All right. So we're picking back up at the train station, Soyvoda station. Brommus, Valan, and Widegrowl. As each of you makes your way through a crowd, easily numbering in the hundreds, towards a massive hulk of granite and steel, whose sheer walls tower almost 5 stories straight up, ending in a cap of a dome made of gold and polished grass, where grim-faced gargoyle stones sit in anguish, casting imposing judgment on the milling throng below. Wrought iron gates open up into the main thoroughfare underneath an arcing sign that reads Soyvoda Station in a stylized cursive script, beckoning the constant press of bodies up 2 sets of granite steps inlaid with marble, one incoming, the other outbound, each landing boasting an immense double door of brass and etched glass. Each entry has a small contingent of royal guards standing idly at attention, easily noticeable in their dull silver mail under black velvet doublets with a feathered blue sash around each arm. Through each of these doorways lies an interior of polished marble tile, each tile the size of 10 men, sporting a black diamond in the center. The enchanted vaulted ceiling showcases a moving Baroque fresco depicting the founding of Ustalav and the expulsion of the Keelid tribes. Beneath this dome is a ring of burnished brass, anchoring 13 recessed archways, each holding a statue of one of Soyvoda Ustav's legendary generals. Their likenesses captured as in their death throes, some heroic and others tragic. 4 colossal marble columns buttress the corners, and sprawling stylized stag horns twist out and connect the walls between. At the end of each curling branch hangs a star-shaped medallion of stained steel, commemorating the fallen from the Shining Crusade. To the left lies a series of ornate wooden ticket windows, each manned by a chattering city worker who takes coin and rubber stamps the papers while making idle conversation with passers-by and the other ticket workers in their booths. To the right lies the main platform, where the concourse gives way to sprawling tracks in 2 gargantuan tunnels that dock the trains as they deposit their cargo and refill on the way to the next stop. The sounds of clattering footsteps, clamoring bells, and ringing metal form an almost deafening cacophony that echoes through the platform, drowning out all but the most loud and hasty fragments of conversation. Welcome to Soyvoda Station, boys.
All right.
So us three, we didn't walk in together, right?
No,
Or
you didn't
did
walk
we
in
all
together.
start
You're all kind of at
There.
once moving in. Yeah.
When you say you all, you mean
Is my bird with me?
Josh, Jared, and
Correct. Yep. And they're related entourages.
Wait, I'm there?
You're there with Petros and Adivian still. You're not all together. You all walk through. There's the 2 giant doors. There's hundreds of people milling about. You each kind of walk in at your own pace towards the ticket booth.
All right, so I'm gonna tell Petros, let's head towards the ticket booth.
Right? Sounds good. You guys go up, and the smiling ticket worker, stamps your papers. Go on.
And then we're gonna head to the train.
Sounds good. You get your ticket. You go over to the main passage. Promise?
Is Darakb with me?
Yes.
I look around. I notice there's a lot of people there, and I see that I recognize I'm gonna have to deal with some indifferences I have built up about other races.
Okay.
So I walk up to the ticket booth and I grab my ticket.
All right.
And I'm walking away from the ticket booth at this point.
Yes.
I'm gonna say, look at this dirty fuck with this giant owl. The Petros.
He just makes a face. You could tell he smelled it.
And then I'm gonna say, have you ever seen an owl that big?
Not in my
Petros.
life, son. That thing's got to be magic or something.
Look at his beak. It's got silver on it.
Oh, yeah, it does. That's fucking weird, isn't it?
I'm gonna walk over to Darakb and try and pet him.
Go ahead and roll
I'm
handle
gonna say,
animal.
pretty owl. Here, boy.
Okay.
14. Okay.
And I'm gonna try and like cuddle him a little bit.
He sort of pulls back at that, but he does let you sort of pet him and get close enough, at least a touch.
Pretty owl. Pretty owl.
I keep my eye on him and make sure that he's not overstepping his bounds with my owl.
Okay. As you do that, oh, sorry. Go
I
ahead.
just make a sound like "Arr!" in disapproval.
Like a DMX style. Like, "Ruh."
And then I'm gonna say,
No, like
I'm
just a.
I'm
like
gonna
an
say,
old
I'm
grumpy
sorry,
person.
sir. I won't touch your owl again.
And
And then I try and kiss his owl on the beak.
Make another animal roll. Oh god.
Oh no. Oh no.
Oh god. As you lean in for the kiss, he sort of taps you right on the nose, gives you like a little like headbutt almost.
Darakb, that'll show him.
Sorry, owl.
Good man.
And then I'm gonna walk back over to Petros and I'm gonna say, wow, this is a cool fucking owl.
I don't think it likes you very much.
I think he liked me. Let me pet him. I just think that he's.
Can I hear
just-
them?
Yeah, you're within like 10-15 feet.
I'll say, it's not that he doesn't like you. It's that he doesn't know you.
Ah.
And then I'm gonna say, I'm gonna reply back to him and say, well, I'd like to get to know him.
Darakb looks him straight in the eyes like, oh?
And then I'm just gonna walk away with Petros.
Okay.
As I'm petting Darakb.
Once they walk away, the ticket clerk manages to kind of finally grab your attention, and they rubber stamp your papers, take your gold, all that good stuff. But he says, "Sir, I have to insist. Your traveling companion. I'm afraid we can't allow it inside the main carriage. It's going to have to go into storage. For an additional 2 silver, we can rent you a accommodation, if you like." He sort of points at a. It's not quite a trunk, but it's a big iron cage, like bigger than what you would put a Doberman in, and it's on wheels.
And he can't like fly there above the train and follow. Can he?
Probably not with the weather. No, you could
Okay.
try, but I don't know if you want to risk it or not.
Now, and do we have like a gold count somewhere or something?
Yeah, it's the second or third tab on the sheet.
Right next to your AC items, there's copper, silver, and gold. We should all have one. Well, actually, I don't know what we all have.
Everyone has
Depends
one.
on what you spent.
Okay.
Oh,
I've
I thought we were spending gold on our items in the beginning.
No, not your basic stuff in your adventurer's kit. I'm just giving you guys. Everything
Okay.
after that.
So
counts as
and
loans.
how much gold to the silver?
10.
Okay, yeah. I say, all right. Take good care of me, bird.
Oh, you're
And
gonna
I-
take him on the train.
Oh, I have to
Yeah, it's
carry
like
him.
it's like a wheeled suitcase. Yeah,
Okay, all right, fair enough, I guess. All right, I'll take my bird with me. Here's your 2 silver.
all right. Go ahead, put him in the cage, and head on over towards the main, terminal.
I do.
John, wide.
I am going to go to the orcs only ticket seller because apparently we're living in those times.
You know how when you go to a major city and you go to those parking lots where it says parking $20, but it's not actually officially parking? That's the Orcs only line. You can you can head through the main entrance if you want, or you can be the only orc standing in line.
I'll go through the main entrance.
Okay. All right. You go ahead, buy your ticket, and head on over.
Yeah, I head on over, and then I something catches my eye, and it looks like a shiny beak of sorts. I too am very interested in this owl, and I see that they just put him away in a container, like some livestock. So I go over there and I ask the guy, "Is there any way he doesn't have to go in the container?"
It's policy. We can't change it, I'm afraid.
As he's saying this, I'm looking at him like I just want to break his fingers off of him.
Say,
Because I have a bad history with orcs. So I say to him, "It's mighty nice of you, orc. But stay away from me, bird." And I wheel away with my bird. Over towards where Valan is standing waiting for the train.
Man. I was really hoping to pet that. I was really hoping to pet that bird. Okay. I look at him strolling off, and then, I just let myself know that you can't change other people's actions, only how you react to their actions. And then I continue on to the train.
Okay. As you all sort of check your tickets and you realize you're standing in the same area as the train itself begins to pull up, you realize that you're all going to be sharing the same train car. Each of the tickets says P-60091 northbound, and as it kind of grinds to a halt, you guys can sort of walk up the stairs up into the back entrance.
I walk straight to the front of the cart, and I sit at the front seat.
And as I'm gonna walk in right behind him, and I'm gonna see him, and I'm gonna add a little bit of flavor here, boys.
All right.
So I'm gonna walk up to, I'm gonna see him, and I'm gonna say, "What's up, my Tusk brother?" And Tusk brother is like a word that only orcs say to other orcs. But like, if you're not an orc, you're not allowed to say it. I'm gonna try and dap him up.
I notice his. You're not orc though. What?
I'm a 10th orc on my mother's side.
I'm very offended.
Don't be Tusk brother. I'm gonna try and give him a pound again.
You just said it again?
Jerry, go ahead and make a diplomacy check.
Oh no.
Jesus. What do you want to do, Widegrowl?
What?
Where are we located on this train? Are we both walking in?
You're both outside of it still. I don't know if
Mind
you're
you,
outside of that.
outside.
John, I want you to remember, I'm a 6'4", 125-pound, blonde hair, blue, hazel-eyed guy.
I look around. I notice that I see the guy who asked to put the bird away. I see that he's staring at this interaction, and I just take a deep breath and I walk away from this one.
All right, you go ahead and get on the train then.
I go ahead and get on the train.
Okay.
Good job being the better man, John.
Right? Way to be bigger. Which cabin do you want to stay in? Everyone but... Oh, hang on one second. Everyone but this one. This is the bathroom. The rest of them are actual cabins.
Is the... Okay, the little diagonal lines are the doors.
Yeah, it's
I'm
doors,
okay,
yeah.
okay. Which is the front of the train? I'm gonna walk my orc ass straight to the front.
What do you want? Left or right?
Let's do left side.
All right.
All right. Can you put me in the back left and right with me and Darakb?
Yeah, you're gonna have to put him in the storage container momentarily.
Yeah, but isn't he? Don't
It's
I
like-
have him with me?
It's like its own car. It's the one right behind you guys.
So he's next to me. I'm just carrying like a piece of luggage with him in it.
Yeah, you have like a suitcase basically. That's
Like a
got
cart.
him in it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
okay. Garrett, are you getting on the train?
John, you were sitting in the front seat whenever I said that to you. You said you got in the front seat. I'm already on the train.
Oh, where do you want to be? Drew?
I'm gonna sit right behind John.
All right. You get Petro's opposite of you.
And then I'm gonna lean forward and I'm gonna say, "Sorry about that, man."
Huh?
To John.
It's okay.
To Widegrowl.
It was kind of unforgivable.
I just thought we were brothers. That's all.
Oh, now we're brothers. I accept his I accept his apology. You know, it's going to be a long train ride. Let's just continue on without any more incidents.
How big is the train? Like,
Let's see.
can we hear each other's conversations? Is it enclosed up top, or is it just like seating?
It's 12. No, you guys can. If the doors are open, you guys can hear one another. Definitely.
Okay. I take out a piece of wood and I'm just sitting back there, just whittling a piece of wood.
Okay. So before the train starts to take off, do you want to like put him in the cargo compartment?
Yeah, where's the cargo compartment?
It's the car directly behind you guys.
So he's not gonna be with me.
No.
What?
You could like get out and walk to him at any time or whatever. He could be around
Alright.
in here, but
All right.
where do you
Gotta
want
put
to?
him in.
Where do you
I
want to
gotta
put him?
I gotta put him in there. I can choose anywhere in that room.
Yeah, just ping it.
I want to put him up against like this wall over.
How do you ping stuff?
You left click with
little-
the move tool. If you hold it, it'll ping. Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Click with the move tool.
Yeah, so just the arrow on the top left, Josh, if you left click.
Is it pinging for me?
Yeah, the green.
Oh, that was me.
Oh.
Just left click anywhere and hold. Yeah.
There you go.
Got it. Yeah, I'm gonna put him right there.
Okay.
What's that thing? What's that thing in the middle of the room?
That's Petros's giant crate full of shit from his dig.
Can I put him close?
And where am I on this? I just want to
Can I put him
understand.
right here?
You're the next car up. I'm gonna have you guys come in momentarily in a second.
Okay.
Can I put him right? Can I put him right here? Actually,
Up there, yeah. It's like a hay bale right next to it, pretty much.
Oh, this is like the cargo section of the train.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
I say, Darakb, I love you. Darakb, I love you, my bird. And I just nestle my nose against his silver beak
Kind of gives
and
a little,
walk back.
a pained little like scree.
Josh, your camera's off.
Yeah, sorry, Kayla's in here.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Okay. Hop back over 1 second.
Dude, look at Greenlung's lights, dude. Hell yeah. Need to take some leave too, man. My back.
Back's broken spinal.
Okay, Valan, very quickly as the train is, it's now starting to like clear its way out of the station, Petros is going to turn and kind of look over to you and say, he's going to like pat his pocket where he's got that sacred jar, and he's going to go, I'm going to go secure the rest of the stuff. Oh. I'm going to go secure the rest of the stuff out back, lad. You want to come with?
No, I think I'm gonna hang back here.
Okay.
Does John have a shirt on?
In the game?
Yeah.
Yes, he's wearing like a linen kind of suit,
Okay.
like an Amish style suit. Alright, so Petros is going to temporarily hop over into the cargo cab real quick. If I can find his ass, what the fuck? There we go. And he's going to inspect the crate.
Okay.
Alafair, go ahead and roll a stealth check for me.
Can I cast a spell?
Sure.
I'm really sorry, Josh. Can you send me the link to that thing? Actually, it's probably still my DMs. That page where you can look up all the spells. I think you DM'd it to me.
I don't have it. I have.
I'll send it. I'll send it to you right now.
Okay, sorry. I just can't remember which spell's which.
I might copy and paste them. Thanks.
My bad.
Can I cast a spell right now?
Well, you're not. Are you in here still? Are you still in the cargo compartment?
No, not anymore. No, sorry.
Okay.
Wait, how do I don't think we're friends, Blake. I'm just gonna put it in general.
That's fine. My bad. I should have had that pulled up. I'm an idiot. Thank you.
Yep.
Oh, there was a thing that Josh sent me where I could actually search for it, but this is fine.
You can. I mean.
I can just
gotta-
control F, yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I guess. I mean, I can cast my spells instantly. Correct?
Depending on which one it is, yeah. Most of them.
I guess I'll play it out and see what happens.
Before you cast?
Yes.
Okay. I just imagine that you cough or something from where you're at. So he's kind of he's like in there fiddling with a container. You're not so sure he's there. You hear him stumble backwards and knock over several barrels and small containers around him. He just goes, "Oi! Who goes there? Show yourself!"
I sit silently where I'm at. He doesn't know where I am.
He doesn't know where specifically, no. He definitely just heard the cough.
I just kind of like, and just try to stay as quiet as I can and remain silent.
Okay. Hang on one second.
Mm-hmm.
What in the bloody hell? He says. He sort of kind of looks a little bit around him. Josh, go ahead and have Darakb roll a perception check for me.
Holy shit!
Dude.
What the fuck?
He starts immediately like flapping his wings and screeching in the direction of this coffin over here. And Petros again says, "You, in the coffin, I know you're in there. Come out now, or I will attack."
Is there anybody else in the cabin at this point?
No, it's just you and the owl.
Do we hear the owl in the other cabin?
You roll perception, Josh.
Okay. Now we're playing the game.
Can I roll one as well? Because I'm getting worried about
Yeah, you
him
can.
being back.
Oh.
I would say, Valan, you definitely get the sense that something is not quite right. He's been back there a little bit longer than he should have been for what he was going to do. What do you want to do? You want to investigate? You want to go back?
Yeah. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna walk back there and check on Petros
All right.
because I know he's got really important cargo and stuff.
So at this point,
worried about him.
Petros is like weapon drawn outside of.
You have no way to tell from where you're hiding.
Okay. I'll slip the cover of the coffin to the side and just show my hands. And say, "Take it easy, friend. There's an explanation to all of this."
Well, let's hear it. Skulking about the bloody train.
Who are you traveling with?
Who am I traveling with? Who are you traveling with? I'm asking
travel
the
with-
questions here.
I travel with myself, my thoughts, and my troubles. That is all. I mean no harm. I'm simply carrying passage.
It's hard to think stowaways are simply carrying passage. Go ahead and roll diplomacy for me.
Did I not hear anything on my perception check?
No, you didn't. You're just whittling away in the back of the cabin. Okay, fair enough. He sort of, he kind of pauses for a second. He backs down. He lowers his hands too, and he just says, "All right, I'm sure there's a reason that you're sitting inside a coffin."
So,
have I made it in there yet? Am I
That's-
gonna? Okay.
As he says that, as you see Blake say, or Alafair say, "I'm unarmed, I'm coming out." That's sort of when you burst in.
All right, I walk in and I see,
Petros looks like
Alafair.
he's about to cast something too when you
I
walk in.
see Alafair, and I immediately light up the shocking grasp on my hand and start walking towards him.
Well, he's agreed to peacefully come out, so
I don't know that because I just burst in the door, right?
yeah, I'm cool with that.
okay.
And I see that he has his weapon drawn against the guy.
Sorry. How many more of you are there?
Petros
I
kind
just-
of turns and looks at you, doesn't say anything, shakes his head. Like, don't tell him. Don't give him anything away.
I'm gonna look at Alafair, and I'm gonna say a lot more than you think.
I'll pull more of the box to the side and kind of stand halfway up. Look, listen, as I said, there's an explanation. I travel with me, myself, and my problems. I'm simply seeking passage. If you'd like to gather your party, I'll tell you my explanation.
No
Kinda
need to
like-
gather our party. Tell us.
Go ahead.
Well,
Roll sense motive, Jared.
I'm gonna say we hold all the cards here.
All right.
And then I'm gonna show him I have an ace up my sleeve.
Is it on me?
It's on you, yeah. So Valan with an 18, you know he's reasonably genuine. Petros is still a little skeptical.
I'm
gonna stay.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna stay with my hands raised and my head down. I'm slowly gonna cock my head up and I'm gonna say, "Trust me, everything I say is true. As I just told your friend here, isn't that right, Petros?" And I'll cast Charm Person.
Ooh.
Charm person doesn't work if you're currently being threatened.
What about Command?
You can do command if you're on the command page. It gives you what you can do with it. Like there's like 5.
I can command him to agree with me, and like basically say like, you know.
You give it a single command which it obeys to the best of its ability at its earliest opportunity. You may select from the following options: approach, drop, fall, flee, or halt.
So not really.
Yeah.
I'm gonna once you sit up and you say that, I'm gonna back off a little bit and kind of take a step back, and then I'm gonna say, Petros, let's hear the man out.
As they start to come to terms with reason, I'm gonna cast Ghost Sound,
Okay.
and I'm gonna make it sound like there was an explosion at the front of the train.
Jesus Christ. Roll perception, Valan.
I'm gonna say, we're not falling for your tricks, Mesmer.
No, I think that means we did.
Damn.
Both of us heard the explosion. As Petros goes, "What the bloody hell was that?"
And as they turn, of course, I like bolt.
You just run and go ahead, make a stealth
Yeah. And of course, like try to do it like, you know, like swoop my cape like
Yeah.
out in the middle of the night kind of thing. Let's see.
For reference, you do have a ticket. You are allowed to be on the train. You just
Yeah, but I don't want anyone to know my motive.
Okay. Sort of, your foot gets caught on the edge of the coffin as you dive out the side.
Did they notice me?
I'm gonna go ahead.
Did they notice me fleeing?
Yeah, they see you fall over the edge. You're kind of here now.
I continue to run like that. I mean, there's cabins like connected, right?
No, this is basically the end of the train. This
Oh,
this
fuck.
balcony is the outside.
We basically got you like pincered right now
you're kind of pinned
because
into the
I'm
side. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh man. All right, so I like back into a corner.
I'm gonna
All right.
I'm gonna say, calm down, my friend. We're not here to harm you, as long as you don't mean harm to us. I'm gonna say, Petros, hear the man out. I'm gonna check the front of the train for the explosion, and I'm gonna start walking out as long as Petros does what I tell him to do.
Okay. No, he does. He sort of
Okay.
relents a little bit. He goes, "All right."
So I'm I'm gonna start walking to the front of the train to see if there was, to check out the
If
explosion.
there was an explosion or anything. Okay.
Yeah.
So I'm faced with Petros, kind of cornered, and he's still kind of hand on his hilt, sort of deal.
Yeah. Well, he's got both hands up too. He's like, all right, let's talk this out.
All right.
There's no need.
I'll slowly drop my hands and say, as I'm sure you're aware, there are things far darker than me and these shadows that inhibit this. I'm seeking passage out of the city, for I've been framed for a horrid crime. There's a man who did things that I will not repeat, who is trying to make me fall blame. I am a part of a family that helps me with these sort of matters. They have seen my way out, and I have work to do for them. I think that's all you need to know.
He kind of, pauses in thought for a moment. He says, if I were to say to you that I was a traveler coming from the east, looking for passage, what would you say?
That I'm simply doing the same, friend, under much more dire circumstances than yours, or at least I would hope.
Okay, go ahead and roll. Let's do knowledge local.
Oh yeah. That's easy money. Oh, dude!
Okay. It says, I said, I am a traveler coming from the east, looking for a place to stay.
I have friends all over. Friends that owe me favors, that I owe favors to, friends I haven't met yet. I'm sure I can find accommodation for you at our destination.
Ooh, roll diplomacy then. Okay. Fair enough. He looks at you intently for a moment, and eventually, without turning his back to you, kind of turns and beckons towards the next cab.
Okay. So he leaves?
Not yet. No, he wants you to walk in front of him.
I'm afraid that is one of your many requests I cannot abide by.
Why is that?
I'll take my glasses and my veil, and I'll move it and just kind of reveal my eyes.
Ah, you're one of those.
One of those, one of many.
Interesting. What if I were to give you my word that no harm would come to you if you went into the next cab with us?
I do not need protecting. However, I do like to blend in. It's one of my many tricks. I suppose some company on this long journey would not be too disdainful.
Have I spent enough time to check the train and come back?
You're on your way back now. Yeah, you can come back in if you want.
I'm gonna say I'm walking in now.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say, Petros, nothing's wrong.
Hey, he's a bit of a trickster, this one.
Seems as if he is.
That was quite the play you made, lad.
Yeah.
I just chuckle. One of many tricks, I said. One of many. And I just kind of pat at my duster pocket.
I'm gonna look at Alafair square in his eyes, and I'm gonna say, "Game recognized game, my friend."
Yeah. But yeah, I kind
So,
of
and then I'm gonna
agree.
And then I'm gonna kind of gesture towards them both, and I'm gonna say, "So what happens next?"
I'll need you to stand watch for a moment while I take care of something. And he sort of leans down and he casts Alarm on this giant container with the scarab logo kind of on the sides. It's on the top so you guys can see it.
Gotcha.
And he says, "Alright, shall we go to find our accommodations?" Kind of looking around.
So I never heard any of the conversation that they had, I guess.
Nope.
Yeah. Oh. Alright, so I'm going to turn back and start heading back into the other cart.
Alright. Everybody do the same?
Yep. Like I said, I kind of well, not begrudgingly, but make it seem in my best interest to go with them.
At this point, I put my knife away. I'm done whittling whatever I was whittling. I'm starting to pull something out of my burlap sack.
Okay.
And as we're walking back, I'm gonna say to Blake over my shoulder, or Alafair, I should say. I'm gonna say, "Would you like to sit by me?"
It's very kind. I sit alone. I have some thinking to do. And I will sit right here, kind of in the corner, looking out the window, like facing the wall.
Oh. Next to Josh?
No, that was just me practice
Oh,
pinging.
oh, gotcha.
Right there.
I come back in. I'm gonna sit right next to Widegrowl
Like in the same
in the same row.
cabin or in the same row?
In the same row.
Okay.
And I'm gonna kind of like scooch in front of him, and be like, "Excuse me."
Oh, you mean like in the same,
Oh,
like...
yeah. So you'd be like,
Yeah, I'm gonna scooch by him. And then I'm gonna pull out a book that I have in my satchel, and I'm just gonna start reading it. And then go ahead.
I see no problem with this. I kind of look up at him. And then I just go back to staring out the window.
And then I give him like the "what's up" gesture.
We're
Like-
still not cool like that yet. let's
Are you saying that to me?
let's slow down a little bit. I keep switching up my.
I'm just gonna say to him, "Just looking for a friend, my brother."
oh god.
And then I'm just gonna go back to reading my book.
So, where are you going?
Well, got into a bit of trouble back in Keona. That's where I'm from. As you can tell, I'm part Elven. Little bit of Orc, though, as you already know. 1/10 on my mother's side.
Yeah, you told me.
So, my dad's the speaker back in Keona, and you know, we're what they call highborn.
Widegrowl?
So-
There we go.
Go
Here
ahead
we
and roll,
go.
Knowledge nobility, John. Okay, you've heard of the position, Speaker of the Forest.
Oh, yeah. I hear it's kind of just an honorary title kind of thing that they.
No,
They
it's
give
very
people.
important.
Yeah.
My dad owns a dealership.
That's nice.
My dad's a very important person.
Yeah.
So anyway, you know, me being me, I got into some trouble back in school, and
at this
yeah.
what elf school?
Yeah, at this elf school.
Okay.
What are orc schools like? Never mind. I know I'm part orc. So anyway, I was just joking with you. So anyway, got in a little bit of trouble here and there, and my dad kind of sent me off, and now I'm going to college in Levittstadt.
Yeah, Levittstadt.
Levittstadt. I'm a Magus of sorts, and I like to duel. So hopefully I'll be able to do that there.
Neat.
What's your story, my friend?
I'm in the back of the train, smoking out of a piece of
Everybody roll perception for me.
Oh god. Oh, something is tantalizing my senses, and I immediately get up. Okay, I didn't know you were rolling.
You're good.
I immediately get up and I start to investigate where the smell is coming from.
I just imagine that you're sort of like halfway leaning out the window, like trying to let it get out. Yeah, Petros kind of goes over there too.
And I'm back there as well now.
Yeah, if that's where you want to go.
Then I'm gonna walk up to him and I'm gonna say, "My friend, what do we have here? You're the fellow with the owl."
Oh, some of your nicest flayleaf.
Do you mind if I take a seat, my friend, and partake?
I look around. I peek my head out of the door, see if anybody else is coming. Only got enough space for one of ya.
And I look at Petros and I try and I kind of shoo him away.
Sort of.
And I sit down next to this mysterious traveler.
All right.
And I knock out what's in there. You know, I put a fresh one in for him. Pass it right back to him.
I say, "Thank you, good sir. And your name, friend?"
Greenlung. They call me Brommus Greenlung.
Fitting name. And then I take a little bit of a little bit of like a wick type, you know, like a smaller rope that I had, and I flint it a little bit and I light it up, and then
no need for that, my friend. And I cast Spark.
Okay.
I need to roll that, right?
No, you don't have to roll for Spark.
Okay.
I cast Spark and I light it for him.
And I put it to my lips as he casts the spark, and I take like the biggest rip you've ever seen in your whole entire life, but like I just like immediately start panicking because like this ain't the Fey leaf that was back in Ionin, and you know, it's like when you guys to equate, it's like watching your high school friend get high for the first time and he takes like the way too big of a rip, and I just just bellow smoke out and like cough so hard, and like it looks like I start like profusely sweating and I'm like hunched over, and I'm just like, you could just tell I'm not okay, and I'm like shaking my head, and like you just see the sweat dripping down, and like I'm getting like clammy, and I'm just like, not as good as I thought. Not as good as I thought.
I get up to go to the bathroom and take a little stroll. I've been sitting for a while. Oh, I notice that my friend that I just met, and
I look up to him and I say,
he's not looking too hot.
I look up to him and I say, Touch brother, come partake.
You know this orc?
Oh, yeah. Josh doesn't like orcs.
My mother's side. You're a good friend of mine.
You're part orc?
Yeah, 1/10 on my mother's side.
Brommus, roll knowledge nature real quick. You know that's absolutely not possible.
I look at Valan. I look at Widegrowl. I look back at Valan. I look back at Widegrowl. And I say, there's no way you're part orc.
I'm telling you, man. 1/10 on my mother's side. Oh.
John, you roll knowledge nature as well. You've never heard of it, but you're pretty sure it could happen.
Yeah, I mean, it's I got like half brothers. You know, it's there is a chance that orc and elf, you know.
And then I like look up to him, and like my eyes are like so watered, and I just look like, you know, what high school high, you know.
Sure.
And I just try and go for another pound with him again, like, and then like I look up at him like please give me this, like please give me this pound.
I dab him up.
Widegrowl, you say your name is. Tell me where you're from.
I'd be from. Gosh. I need a map.
Oh,
Hold on.
it's in the disc if you just go to map.
I'm from Canterwall. So that's where I grew up.
Sit down, Widegrowl.
And your family?
Partake.
We're all mom's orc, father's human. That's how they came up with me, half orc, half human.
I try and
Alright,
I try and pass Widegrowl the
I-
pipe as they're speaking.
I grab it out of his hand, and I say, "Let me freshen this up for you. Let me tell you a story, young boy." I
Josh, can
start
you let-
emptying it out.
Josh, can you let me know if I zeroed that? Like I
Before I take it from him, and I say, "That was a very good hit, Valan." But anyway, as I'm emptying it out, I say, "My parents were taken from me from orcs, just over the Tusk Mountains. So you must understand why I'm weary."
Yeah, man.
And-
I get it. Orcs. We're scary. We're violent.
Yeah, I get it too. We are.
I pass a wooden piece of wooden bowl that I fiddled.
I take it. I take a big hit. I hold it in. Keep holding it. And I just let out and just single and I pass it back.
And then
Like it was nothing.
and
I go.
I just look.
That was very smooth and delicious. Thank you.
I look at him and I say, "Not that good, right?" And you can like visibly see that like I'm in like full panic attack mode. Like my eyes are just like so water, like a Shih Tzu. Like my eyes are like watering. Like I'm like shaking a little bit.
Petros walks past the door very briefly and hands the two of you like a little wineskin full of water that he got from the cargo compartment, and then just walks off.
I act like I'm just like I'm trying to be cool, and like I like pick it up, and I just throw it on my face.
So where do you travel into, boys?
Levistadt. Where are you going?
I'm headed up to see a friend in Cortad.
As I'm blowing out smoke.
I've got some business to attend to.
Yeah, my dad's an asshole, so he sent me to college. Yeah.
Oh, I still wish I had me dad, me boy.
Not mine. It's not my real dad.
Oh God.
He is, but sometimes I like to pretend he's not.
Sometimes I call him Jeff instead of Dad.
Is this a phase you're going through, my boy?
It's not a phase. This is the real me.
I'm 100 years old. This is the real me.
And then I kind of like flip my hair back.
Do I know?
The other side of my hair kind of falls in front of my eye.
Can I tell by looking at him that he's older?
What, like, you can tell how old he is? Yeah, roughly.
Okay.
An elf, though, like when
You
you're
know,
100,
that's
when you're
like
100,
being
you're like
18.
20.
Yeah, you're like 20 years old, pretty much.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same for dwarfs.
Pretty much, yeah. Like 60 to 80 is kind of like young adulthood.
Listen, Orc, what about you? Where are you going?
Orc.
That was a big hit. I forgot. I don't remember where I'm going. What does my ticket say? Can one of you guys read it? Brommus, can you read this? I can't. I forgot.
It says,
Heading to Cortad.
Oh, okay, good. I'm gonna go buy some cows, livestock, do some farming.
I mean, Chastel. Not Cortad.
Yeah,
Sorry, I
Chastel.
can't read.
By the
Dwarven.
way,
Hi.
everybody but Brommus who's partook has a -2 to wisdom currently. He's got a tolerance, so he's got -1.
I'm gonna say, Widegrowl. My ex-girlfriend was a cow. I used to go checking Keonan for cows.
I look at him. I'm not sure if he's serious or not.
Full sense motive.
I wonder. Is this guy fucking cow? Wait, does that mean he did
It's a
fuck a
critical
cow?
failure. You absolutely think he fucked a cow.
Yeah, she was half black, half white. Kind of big-ish. Weird nose, too. Weird nose.
I ask him what his favorite cereal is. What's your favorite cereal? You must have had one since she had a lot of milk.
Yeah. Cereal. That sounds good right now. Probably alphabets. Probably my favorite. You know the ones, and they're like little alphabet letters, but they're like, you put them in your milk, and you kind of like try and spell stuff out with them.
Yeah, yeah. Hey,
Damn.
Brommus, how's your owl doing? You know, how's
You're right.
Yeah.
Better go
have you
check on
checked?
me out.
What was?
Can I get up and go check on my owl?
Can I come?
Yeah, can we all go check on the owl? Make sure the owl's okay.
I don't see why not.
All right. I get up to go to the cargo area to check the owl with Brommus.
And I say to Widegrowl, like as we're getting up, I say, "You think they got cereal back there?"
We're in there. Oh god. Alright. Before we move over there, Alafair, do you want to do anything, or
I just kind of. I'm assuming I can.
you can hear all
Hear-
of this?
hear-
Yeah, the doors are open.
I'm just kind of like, oh my fucking god. Like, head up against the glass, just like. I wish I was in that fucking coffin. That's like all I have to say on the matter.
Okay.
When we get in there, I immediately walk in and I lay down in his coffin.
I gotta lay down.
And then I start singing, "'Cause tonight will be the night that I will fall for you."
I go over to the coffin, shut it, and sit on the lid, and I say, "Murder, murder, 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 nightmare, 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 nightmare."
Please roll an intimidate check.
Nightmare, 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 nightmare.
Oh my god.
Oh, Jesus. Go ahead and roll sense motive, Aelin.
Shouldn't I roll with disadvantage because I'm high?
It's applied if it's a wisdom-based check.
Okay.
Oh boy.
You think he's serious?
I start immediately having a panic attack.
I open the coffin. I open the coffin. I open the coffin. Say, hey, it's okay. It's okay, man. It was a joke. It was a joke. It was a joke. Here.
And I kind of open my eyes. And I say, "Hush, brother."
Promise, get the owl. Let him pet the owl.
And I reach up and I try and grab his hand.
I take his hand.
Is Darakb okay? Have I checked on him? He's good to go.
And I'm slowly rubbing the top of his hand.
Yeah, go ahead and roll handle animal, Josh.
Am I allowed to let him out?
You can let him out in here, yeah.
Oh, I can?
Yeah. While you're there,
Okay.
you can't like leave him in there without not in the cage.
But he can't come in. But he can't come in the what's it called?
Correct. No, he's chilling. Better now, but he's pretty chill. Sort of calmed down after the fiasco earlier.
I realize
I let
I've
him
been.
He's been like kind of tapping out like a blues song with the metal in his beak up against the cage. Nobody knows.
I can let him out though.
Yeah, you can let him out.
I let him out, and pet him. Say what's up, my G.
I go over and pet the owl because I haven't pet him yet.
Darakb lets out a caw. And I say, "Gotta
Oh
understand.
no, man. At 21.
Not trustworthy around orcs quite yet."
I get it. I get it.
Something we can work through, brother.
In time.
I'm just sitting in the coffin with my hands like this. And like I have my eyes closed.
Are we allowed to kind of go through? I want to see what's in that little scarab thing. Obviously, seems important.
I mean, Valan, you kind of know what's in it. Hang on.
Are you gonna try and touch it?
I don't know. Should I touch it? No, I don't want to touch it. I don't want to touch it.
I just immediately spring out of the coffin and I walk over because I realize that the owl's out of his cage and I want to pet him. And I go over to the owl and I say, "Pretty bird, pretty bird." And I just reach my hand out slowly, like as to be like non-threatening. And I just try and, like slowly touch his beak. And when I'm looking over at Greenlung for his like approval for me to do this, like I'm not gonna touch him unless like Greenlung gives me the nod and says it's okay. I can't, Josh, you're muted.
I'm like messing with the string on my bow, making sure everything's okay with it, and I put it back over my shoulder and I look at him and I give him like the nod of approval.
So I like slowly just touch the bird's beak, if it'll allow me, and then I just like softly start petting its feathers.
Roll handle animal.
Darakb purrs. Oh, sorry.
Oh, you're good.
You should do that first.
Oh man.
Oh god. Roll sense motive as Darakb. Yeah. He knows that this kid is fucked up, and his services are kind of needed, so he'll allow it.
I'm just like petting the bird slowly.
It's like a
Like
animal.
just petting him. And then I look up at Widegrowl. I say, "You should really try this."
I don't know. He doesn't like orcs.
I say, "Pretty bird, pretty bird."
All right, I'll try petting him.
Alright, same thing.
Handle animal.
Yeah. Oh god.
Oh man.
No, he lets him. Definitely.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh. Rolled a 2.
I pet him and I say, "Pretty bird, pretty bird," and then
He just cringes but lets it happen.
I give him. I take out a microfiber cloth and I clean his beak because there was a little smudge on it.
I'm watching as all this is happening, keeping careful watch, like every once in a while, like touching one of my arrows as if I'm like ready to,
I open up my pack
if I need to.
because I realize that I have food in it. And I start eating some of the food. It's like tack bread, kind of, for like traveling. And then I put the bread in my hand and I try and give it to Darakb. And I just have my hand out like this. I'm like, "Polly, want a cracker?"
You guys don't have to roll for that.
Yeah, he's eating that cracker. Sure. I'm taking.
And
I'm comfortable. I'm comfortable just chilling, watching them just like be kids. And I'm like the.
You're like the babysitter.
I'm
to
like,
dad.
yeah, like I'm stoned, but like I'm like the big brother, just watching them just like be kids. Like have fun, but making sure Darakb was good.
And then I say, "Mr. Greenlung, Can I hug Darakb?
Of course, my friend. Seems like
I say,
good acquaintances.
and I say, Darakb, can I hug you, buddy?
He opens his arms. He opens one side of his wing, like the side that he's on, because John's on the other side. Widegrowl's on the other side.
I immediately like get inside of his wing and just like curl up with him and just give him a nice big hug.
Can I cast?
Sure.
So, while they're in the caboose, and I know that they're impaired, kind of just start thinking about the.
Start thinking about what?
Yeah, I start thinking about the things I saw in the back when I got out of the coffin, because I'm assuming I hadn't seen the cart until I got out.
No, you saw the giant cargo container when you got out. Yeah, only when you opened the coffin.
Right.
Yeah.
So I just kind of start thinking, and I'm, an orc, a dwarf, an elf. What was that in the car? And I just kind of like I can't get over it, and I cast detect magic.
Okay. So, Jared, last week you were correct with detect magic. I was thinking of a slightly different rule set for a different version of this game. As long as you have it, you can cast it, and it allows you to detect magical auras depending on how long you concentrate for. To identify it, you have to do a separate spellcraft check. That's a d20 roll separately. So, yeah, if you want to go ahead and cast detect magic. The cargo container...
Yeah, so it's like what kind of magic and stuff, if you want to figure out that.
It tells you what school and what the aura is depending on circumstances. You can kind of get a pretty good sense. So, I would say the cargo container is lit up like a fucking Christmas tree right now.
What about Petros? Oh, he brought it back there. Okay.
No, also emanating from the next cabin up is distinctly different aura. In the cabin with you, how do you... Let's say this, because every caster is different. How do you perceive the magical auras? Is it something you see? Is it something you smell?
Yeah, it does it have to be one?
It could be others.
I would say it's mostly an aura that I see, but for strong magical presences, like the box, I can almost feel it. Like I just feel uneasy. Like some things, especially maybe because of my condition, like you know, is it undead? Is there? But I feel, and that's just kind of what I keep saying to myself. Something doesn't feel quite right.
In the cabin with you, you can tell that the aura is necromantic, stemming from up here.
And Petros is the only one that didn't partake in the fell leaf.
Correct.
So I detect magic in the cabin on. Let me use your character name. I'm sorry. 1 second. I detect magic on Valan, and I can feel that there's magic in the caboose, like the strong presence because of that crate.
Well, you could tell that the crate is giving you restoration or divine kind of magic vibes.
So are we back in the?
No, you guys are still in the cargo container.
No, we're not part of this scene.
Okay.
I'm gonna also, in addition, cast message to Petros.
Okay. What do you say?
I know that you're seeking passage. I can feel the presence of what you have. I can make sure that you arrive safe when we get there. But under the condition that I know what it is I am at risk of transporting.
Okay. He pokes his head out into the hallway and he goes...
Casting message, by the way, guys, is like I'm telepathically...
It's a telepathic thing, yeah.
Yeah, I get it.
So yeah.
He pokes his head out and he goes, "Just fucking talk to me, you bloody idiot."
Well, they're in the cabin behind,
They
right?
can't hear that. No, yeah, they have no idea any of this is going on.
Okay, so he enters, and I just say, "I didn't want the others to know. So tell me."
Go ahead and roll.
What is it?
Roll knowledge local for me, real quick.
God, dude.
And, or do you have Arcana? Maybe that's better.
Knowledge Arcana.
You don't, but you can. I'll let you roll it unchecked. 10. Okay. Roll diplomacy then. Okay. Much better.
That's pretty good.
Not 20, yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, it's you know, whatever. It's no big deal. It's just
I needed one. Jesus.
So he sort of he kind of pokes his head back out and makes sure that they're still back there in the container, and he kind of hears giggling and the cooing of the owl and all that stuff. And he goes, "All right, it's no big secret. You saw the container when you got out of the coffin. My associates and I recently came from Taldor, which you know is one of the not neighboring countries, but it's somewhat nearby. And Taldor is, for reference, like, that's where Common comes from. They're like the de facto former head empire of the world, pretty much. From this dig, we found several artifacts of great, or potentially great power. We're not quite 100% sure yet, including what I believe to be the Book of the Dead."
The Book of the Dead.
Roll sense motive as well.
And Petro sucks, dude. He didn't tell me any of that, and I'm supposed to be his boy.
Well,
Just tell some random dude.
You do know you know almost all the shit that's in there, pretty much.
I know.
I don't know if you saw the DM or not, but you could tell he's being truthful, but he's holding something back.
Would you say that I can not read his mind, but can almost sense that he's lying? Or not lying, but withholding information?
Yeah, he sort of does this as he's talking to you, like, it's, you know, the Book of the Dead. You know.
So, and he's only told me about the crate, right?
Yeah.
So, and then I'll respond. The Book of the Dead. Does that have something to do with the vial your friend is carrying also?
No, he's got it on him.
Oh, he has it on him.
It
I
was-
thought
it
Jared
was-
had it on.
No.
Oh, okay. Or the vial that you carry on your person at this moment?
Ooh. What is the relevant check for that? Hang on. Alright, let's roll diplomacy again. Lucky. Good. Oh, you know about that, do you? He sort of digs in his pocket and pulls out this salmon-colored funerary urn. Kind of twists it around like that.
You sure you want to be flashing that around, friend?
He goes, do you even know what it is?
I know it's not alive. But somewhere not dead either. In between.
Do you know what a soul trap is?
I've heard. But maybe you can teach me.
Roll Arcana. Let's see. Okay, you're actually pretty well versed in this. You know that there are certain spells from the necromancy school that have the power to sort of tap into someone's actual soul at the point of death and siphon it into other objects.
So let me ask you, who do you think it is? I'm just kind of like act like I'm gonna flick it.
He like flinches back very quickly, kind of like hugs it to his chest.
Someone you're scared of, I see.
He looks at it for a second and he looks back to you and he goes, "What do you know about the first herald?" Go ahead and roll knowledge religion for me.
Mm-hmm.
You've heard the name, but you're not familiar with which specific pantheon or which figure that belongs to.
Okay, I just kind of say that. I go, I've heard. No specifics. Would you like to tell me?
Roll diplomacy one more time. They're sort of nodding. You could tell. Even though he's the sort of rough and tumble kind of adventurer type, he's more of a geeky academic. He's more like a nerdy Indiana Jones kind of thing, so it's good he's found someone that he can open up with, which is the same thing he did with Jared in the first episode.
Mm-hmm.
The first herald, probably better known by her real name, Erasni. Just the former, well, yeah, go ahead and roll knowledge religion on that too, just for shits.
Knowledge.
Did we lose John?
No, he's here.
We might have.
I'm still here. My phone just died.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rip. Okay. You know, Erasni is a former demigod. Well, she's a current demigod, but she's the former first herald of Erodin, who is the dead god of humanity. She was killed and turned into a lich 2,000 years ago.
You think it's her in there?
Not all of her, but part. Yes. There were always rumors. We should wait.
Okay. That was Jared on the phone?
Yeah.
Or were you saying we should? Okay. I thought you were saying we should, we should not get into this. I was like, oh, fuck. Because I'm about to go in. I'm about to go in. Dude, I like my character a lot, man.
Yeah, you got some shit going on.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
You have a lot of. It sounds like you have a lot of like abilities and stuff to like
Drive the story almost. Like,
Yeah.
that's kind of what I wanted.
I did. That's the way I did my. What was it? My feats.
Mhm.
Tried to do like you get 6 of them or whatever, right?
No, skills, yeah.
I did one. I tried to do like one for fighting, one for stuff like this.
Yeah, I mean, my combat's crazy too. I can't wait for you guys to see it. It's not like, I don't know. You'll see. It's fucking cool.
You're a hard support class for sure, but like you guys don't have a rogue or an investigator or any other skill monkeys, but Mesmerists do just as good a job. And so do hunters, which is weird because rangers, hunter is a hybrid class. Rangers only get like 2 or 3 skill points per level instead of the 6, so also they're like less useful in that sense. They have other things to make up for it. They're combat heavy, but
Oh, Josh, can you send me that website or look Jared's on? Because it's really nice.
Didn't I DM it to you or something?
I thought you did, but I don't see it in there.
I don't know. I don't. I'd have to let me Google it.
I basically convinced him to tell me who is in the bottle, so we know who it is.
Yeah, but we don't know. We don't
He
know any
thinks
of
it's
this
the first.
stuff.
I know, but I just like to listen along with the story. I know that I don't. My character.
Yeah, your
know.
character doesn't know, right?
Yeah.
But he said they believe it's a deity from an old religion that was turned into What were you saying, Chase?
She was killed and revived as a lich against her will. As like
And
we haven't gotten to this yet because I fucked up last week, and
well, it's kind of cool we're finding out about it this way too, because I'm like interrogating.
yeah, I mean, I'm just saying there's some like out of character knowledge that you guys should have that you don't. Unfortunately, it's sort of my fault because I lost my notepad to have my original intro speech on it from last
Oh,
week.
good, dude.
Basically, this country, 2,500 years prior, actually closer to like 3,100 years prior, was taken over by a lich, and it took the combined like million-man army of like 20 countries to finally put his ass down.
You told us that in your intro.
Yeah, you told us
You
that.
told us this,
Yeah, we knew that.
And so he killed her and brought her back to life as a lich to taunt the Crusaders, basically. Like, fuck you and your faith. Where's your god now?
And that's what he has in the bottle?
That,
Or who they believe is...
that's who Petros thinks a fragment of her soul is in the bottle.
Holy shit. And my character realizes this. Like,
Yeah,
I have that
yeah.
knowledge.
You
And so, like I said, I believe... You think it's her in that bottle?
end part, yes. John, you're here? Everybody's here?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay. You know the rumors that the Knights of Ozum, they had her split into 5 of these jars after she was killed and recovered.
Yes, I've heard that, but... Tales. Not... seen it.
Well, like I said, I'm not 100% sure yet, but I'm going to be doing some testing while we're on this train, assuming everything goes well. I know we got off to a rocky start, but I could use the assistance if you're willing. Clearly, given your condition, you're familiar with the repercussions of allowing particularly dangerous magics to run rampant. Obviously,
Yes.
it's like I take it that you're he sort of leans in. You were an agent of the Masquerade, at least at
Is
one
it-
point.
Is it that obvious? I kind of like chuckle. It's like my, skills are very obviously suited for...
for that kind of thing. Well, it's not the first time I've dealt with anyone from the Old Kingdom, if that's what you mean.
So let me ask you, what is your name again?
Petros
Petros.
Lorimer. Which roll knowledge local on that. It's enough to know he's sort of like a countrywide renowned like dungeon delver.
Ah, Petros, the Ungraver, the defiling of the undead, searching for things that are not your own.
Not quite the way I would phrase it. More like
Speaking of things that are not your own, what if that belonged to me and I cast command? And I have him drop the vial.
well, hold your horses there, pal.
Ooh.
Oh,
That's unfortunate. Pretty sure your saving throw was only 14.
I thought it was a straight up roll.
Uh-huh. Will negates DC 11. Yeah, no, he absolutely. So you just tried to use the voice on him for reference. I don't know if you guys have seen Dune, but oh boy, go ahead and roll initiative.
Oh no. Where's initiative at? Oh, that's not good. Where is initiative under skills? Where is? Oh, I'm sorry.
It's on the
I
main,
see it,
it's
I
on
see
the
it, I
main
see it,
page.
yeah.
You can just click it there.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. on, let me just make sure this does what I think it does.
Dude, that would have been so slick. But instead, I made a real ass of myself again.
Did you know his name like that? Petros the Unfiler or whatever?
No. I just don't like that he's stealing people's shit, dude.
My man's improving.
That's awesome.
Roll a will saving throw.
Is that what you wanted?
It is.
Okay.
And you're too shy. Oof. Okay. He sort of reaches out like this, and like without not choking you, he casts hold person, and you like lock up right in front of him a few feet away, and he kind of growls at you. That was a bad fucking idea, lad. I'll give you one last chance to explain yourself. You can talk. You can't do anything else. You can't move. You can breathe. You can talk. That's it.
I would be careful that you place your hand near me. And I kind of scowl my teeth.
Well, he's like 5 feet away from you, and you're held in place. You're like being force choked, pretty much.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant he was like.
Yeah,
okay.
he's got you Darth Vader right now.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Man, this is getting crazy quick. 1 second, sorry. Let me look this up.
Let's say, I have no quarrel with you, and I don't want to put you down, but I will not look behind my shoulder, boy. Even though you're very clearly older than he is.
Yeah. Fuck. Can I cast?
You can... Ooh, can you? I don't know if you can concentrate when this is active. Hang on. Make another will saving throw.
God, dude.
You remain held in place. You could try to roll diplomacy.
Okay, yeah, let me do that. That's like always my way out.
Oops.
Oh my god.
What do you say?
I just kind of like am grasping, you know, like even though there's nothing there. You know what something like that could get a man like me on the street? I'd kind of say like laughing as if, you know,
Yeah.
I'm not intimidated.
So it's greed then.
Greed. Politicians. The unknowns of the dark, the shadows. There is no greed, only survival in this land. You know that. They know that.
Make a bluff check.
Ooh. God, dude. You guys probably hear all this going on, too.
Okay. He, God damn it. He relents. At least temporarily. He still has, like, his guard up, and he's still a few feet away from you, but he drops the hold person.
Sorry about that. I just thought that might have gave me a little bit of leverage. Seeing it's still in your hands, where do I come into this plan? What do you need from someone like me? As I like kind of like, oh, fuck.
Yeah, like straight. It's like, you know the boy that I came with? The young lad and the orc. Even the
Yes.
dwarf. They're not familiar with this world the way that you and I are. I could use assistance with the ritual focusing. I could use someone with a little bit of experience. But I can't go with someone I don't trust. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on me. Fool me a third time, and he lights his hand up with shocking grasp.
Pulled a move out of the Valan book, huh?
He did. Oh, God.
Okay.
At this point, are we walked back in yet, or are we still out there?
Hang on one second.
I'm sure you guys hear a commotion.
Yeah, all you guys roll perception real quick. Including Darakb. Okay, Valan for sure. Brommus 2.
Oh my god.
I'm just gonna tell Widegrowl.
Yeah, you guys. He's gonna see you
Yeah,
guys.
there's something going on in there.
All right,
Also
let's go check it out.
Let's go.
You all heard.
Let's go, brother.
You hear when he gets slammed up against the window, basically when he hits him with whole person the first time. Alafair, go ahead and roll. Hang on one second. Let me just make sure I'm doing that right.
Like, we're cool, but you gotta stop calling me brother.
Sorry, brother.
Do I roll a check like against intimidate? Is that...
I mean, sorry,
I'm trying
friend.
I'm trying to make sure. 10 plus hit die plus wisdom modifier for you. +1 plus -1, so 10. He lets it go as they rush in, but you are temporarily demoralized for how many rounds?
As I'm walking in, I'm just gonna
Sorry,
say,
you're shaken for 1 round, which is 5 seconds.
There's like a door to this cabin, right?
Correct.
So as he says, you know, that basically he doesn't trust, can't follow someone he trusts. I see them coming and I kind of like, obviously I'm not going to be able to hold them off, but I'm like holding the sliding door closed, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Trust. It's a funny word to use around these parts. I don't trust any man's word, but I do trust his coin.
Aye.
How much say you for a safe passage?
You have a number in mind?
You tell me. Trustworthy? Or would you rather tell your friend that he's being paid and escorted by one of these?
Okay, out of character for one second before we do anything else. I told you guys last session or whatever, but Petros is like level 10 or 12. But he's 12.
Oh, yeah.
He's level
fuck.
12.
Yeah.
It's like
He's
fighting.
an absolute monster.
Yeah.
Yeah. My bad.
He'll see reason, but we'll follow your line of thinking here. But just to be clear, you're,
I mean, you can tell me to fuck off and shove me back into the seat. I'm down. I did forget about that, though.
Probably would be one shot. That shocking grasp is 68 damage. You would probably die instantly if he hit you.
All right.
Wow.
How about we make a deal instead? Secret for secret. I won't rat you out. Alafair. And he pulls one of those wanted posters from under his cloak.
Shit.
Holy shit.
I frantically look out and like see them approaching.
If you agree to keep this little revelation about the jar between the two of us for the time being, And no more mind rape shenanigans while we're on this train. That goes for me and for the boys out there.
I kind of look down and see them running, look back at him, and realize I kind of don't have much of a choice. And I'll say, fine. No more toiling of the mind, no more tricks, and I'll cast Prestidigitation and close the door, of course, like as I like wisp it.
What do you mean, like you shut the,
'Cause
the door to the little room that you guys are in, or
Yeah, I open it as in like to allow them, because I'm kind of like frantically
you're like ah. Okay.
Yeah. So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, no more tricks, and then I fling the door open or slide it, without touching it.
Make a perception roll real quick. 16. Okay. As you do that, he relents and he sort of takes a step back. He sort of like calmly backs away out of the.
Makes it seem like everything's cool.
Yeah, like you guys were just having a little bit of a laugh, pretty much. And he's smiling. He's obviously faking it. As he does so, you see a small silver pin glint from one of his lapels in the shape of a winged scarab that has a swirling eye on its back. Go ahead and roll knowledge local. 23.
That is one of the things I took.
Yeah, I
because
know.
I was like because I lived in the streets as a thief.
As you see this, your eyes widen and it clicks. You know that he's a member of the esoteric order of the Palatine Eye, who, rather than being grave robbers, are a sort of institutional safeguard against people abusing powerful magical artifacts, relics, spellbooks, deities, etc., and are partially responsible for imprisoning the Whispering Tyrant.
Are they arrived at the cabin yet?
They're bursting through the door
Like
now.
Okay, like before they come in, the door's open. I like notice the pin.
Mhm.
I kind of submit to my ways, like that. I was stupid and go. You should have just said something.
Okay, out of character for a second. He tried with the "I'm the traveler from the east" thing, and you you low rolled like 4 times.
I got. But yeah, okay. So even like I'm dumb, like I noticed the pin,
Right.
Oh, yeah.
You also know that symbol was etched. Well, it's like painted onto the crate, too.
Right.
In the thing.
Mm-hmm. Cool.
So he sort of steps back into the hall as the three of them burst into the room.
I'm gonna say, Petros, there's no cereal back there.
I could have told you that.
Well, I at least had to try.
Like, you
But there was an owl, and the owl's back there. He's really nice.
I bet. He seemed nice, if not rather large.
Yeah, he's what I like to call a big special boy.
Oh, like you. And he sort of gestures towards Widegrowl.
And I kind of get little glee.
Oh.
Like, I'm a big special boy.
Though he looks at Widegrowl for a second, who is also very stoned, and he just goes, "Hello, biggin. If it's food you boys are in need of, this train has a dining cart. I don't know why you thought you'd go back there." Kind of looks at Brommus and winks.
I immediately look at Widegrowl, and I give him like the... And I start making my way to the dining cart.
I follow.
John, do you go with him?
Oh, my mic was... Yeah, I go with him.
Okay.
I kind of look at we had to decide if I drank blood, right?
Yeah.
So I can and still get bonuses, but I'm of the variety of vampire that does, like, I'm sustained.
Yeah, you can eat people food. You don't drinking blood. So also out of character, Moroi-born human vampire or Dhampir like you have the thirst, but it does nothing. You will die if you don't eat normal food, and blood does not sustain you in any way.
Oh, okay, so it's just completely benign, other than like,
you're just jonesing for it.
Lust,
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So anyway, I kind of look at oh god, what's your name again? Jared's.
Alan.
No.
Petros.
The Petros. Yeah, I
Yeah,
look at
okay.
Petros and go, I feast on the correct side of the table. And I get up and follow them to the dining cart. As to imply, like, I understand that you know what I am, but, civilized.
That is
as I can be.
fair play. Before you, like, get all the way up there, though, he's sort of walking behind you. And he stops you and he grabs your wrist briefly. Not in a, like, aggressive way or anything. Just like, hey.
Like, I need to tell you something.
And he goes, I have your word then.
Oh, what we spoke about back there.
Yeah.
Don't have much of a choice, do I? Unless I want this whole cart coming after me with stakes and burning torches. And I just kind of giggle.
As he says that, too, as he says, I have your word, he looks at you kind of funny, the way you twist to catch his arm back. And he pauses for a second before he lets you go, and he says, are you familiar with Esmeralda's academy?
You seem to gather a lot from a very small... And then I kind of stop. What do you know of the academy?
You know that I'm with the Order?
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, they're out of your shot. I should have said that earlier, but it behooves us to sustain a small number of feeder organizations throughout the country. I don't have to spell it out, do I? And then he just walks off towards the dining cart.
Cool.
One of us. One of us.
One of us.
Nice. That's sick. Yeah. And then I obviously follow into the cart.
Yeah. Hang on, let me, Okay, so this is like you guys pass through several other passenger cars to get here, where their doors are all shut. And yeah, maybe one or two open, but as you see Widegrowl walk past, they kind of like, slam the door shut. There's there's like a bartender and buffet and all that stuff.
I go get myself a drink.
Right on.
Hell yeah.
I just want to give you guys a visual of like what I look like right now.
Oh god.
That's what Josh actually looks like, right?
Come on, Valan, let's go get you something to drink, buddy. You're looking red.
Thanks, Widegrowl.
Oh boy, needs a little food, more like.
I go up to the bar and ask for some food and some ale.
Okay. You guys it's like a couple of silver pieces or a couple copper pieces. It's not anything to worry about.
I'll get this round, guys.
Oh, do I sorry, do I have to add oh, never mind. Go on.
You guys if you want to role play it out, you can. If you guys have other stuff you want to do, if not, we could just kind of.
No, let's push. I want to push through it, but it's up to you guys.
Is everyone at the bar?
Yeah, I would say everyone's in like this dining cart. lounge area.
Yep.
I would just kind of say that I feel like obligated to stay around, like where before. Now that I've kind of like made this pact with Petros, and I'm like, well, I don't want to just like be off in the shadows and like have him, you know. So I'll kind of like saunter up to the bar and order a drink and just kind of introduce myself to everyone. And you know, we don't have to roleplay it out, but just kind of like I gather all the information that they told each other in the cab, like where everyone's from, and
It's up to you guys. If you want to play it out, we can play it out. If not,
No, I don't think. We meet each other. We talk a little bit. We learn about each other.
I don't reveal obviously anything I talk to Petros about. I just tell him where I'm going,
right?
Where I'm from.
What's he saying his name is?
Can I make a perception check when he's eating? Because I want to see those teeth.
No. Damn, dude. Well, now we're about to have to roleplay it out. I didn't order food though. I only ordered a drink.
Oh, okay.
That might be suspicious to his stony baloney mind. Let me before you.
No.
Before you go, let me. I gotta fix you. I gotta take the weed debuff off you guys. Hang on.
Yeah, I'm not drinking. I'm sobering up as I'm eating.
That's fine. Like one drink doesn't affect any character, but you guys get rid of the wisdom.
Well, John got me water, I think. So.
Yeah, he needed it. I got myself some alcohol.
Nice.
You said you got one drink and you're fine.
One alcohol, please.
I had a really big one because
I have one. I gotta have another, and you know.
Yeah, I saunter up to the bar and order 9 rum runners. This is called. I'm
not gonna lie. I was about to order shots for everyone, but I just didn't want to. And I was gonna give a toast to our new friendship. I still want to do the toast to the new friendship, but I'm drinking water.
Okay.
I don't raise my glass. I just kind of like.
Petros kind of looks at him and just shakes his head. Dumbass.
At me?
No, at Alafair. Yeah.
All right. Cool.
Okay. You guys want to retire for the night on the train?
Yeah.
Not for the session. I mean, like, that was.
Yep.
We're a couple hours outside of Caliphus now.
All right. Cool.
Okay, let's go back to the passenger car.
I gotta block her real quick. I can hear though.
Okay. I mean, you're good if you want to wait for a second. By the way, when I switch pages for you guys, does it do it automatically, or do you have to refresh?
It switches automatically.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, we're in the cart that we originally came to before.
I totally forgot that he's like level 12. I was like, bro, I'm about to steal the vial.
I'm like, no, you can't take the fucking...
How close was I?
Not even remotely.
Really?
I flubbed the roll on purpose, too, and you still were not close.
What would I have had to roll?
26 or higher, or a natural 20.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
What if?
It could happen. It could happen. That's why I let you do it. But I was just like, yeah, I don't know, bro.
That would have been so sick, dude. Just fucking.
You would have had to run, brother.
What if I just fucking opened it?
Well, you can't. It's like sealed. Even he can't open. No one can open it.
Oh, like with magic?
Yeah, he's trying to figure out if it even is what he thinks it is.
Right. That would have been cool, though.
But he's pretty sure.
That would have been pretty cool. Josh had to go get a Capri Sun.
I got water too. I just saw the Capri Suns in there and I was like, man, I gotta have one of those too.
Basically role-playing Josh right now.
Oh, man.
These are for Jackson, but he hasn't been drinking them, so I gotta drink them before they go bad. You know?
I hear that. Before they
go bad?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna go. They'll go bad by 2025. So.
I just got a question. Alright, boys.
Okay, let's see. Hang on one sec. Let me just get some stuff in order.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I forgot I have donuts, dude. Oh my god.
So these carts are like, you know, like Harry Potter train style, right? Like
pretty much
you can sleep in
100%,
you can sleep in them, and
yeah, you can like
you
lock
know they're
your doors
big.
and
Yeah.
yeah. It's like so each. You want me to read the description of the train? I kind of didn't do it earlier, but
No, it's okay. I can just ask you. I don't need to. It's easy enough to just.
each one has
ask.
like a big ass like sofa on each side, and you can like crash and do whatever, you know.
Yeah, I meant to ask you when you put me on the other side, because I wanted to sit right next to him, but then I didn't realize there was another side you could sit on.
Yeah, part of it's just a limitation to the map that I drew, but
Alright.
they're much closer together than they seem. Well, I figure this way everyone gets their own cabin and stuff.
Yeah, it's basically just one long hallway with cabins on each side.
Yeah, and then a bathroom at the end of each one. Pretty much. And there's 3 other ones of these, then the dining car, then there's like a first class carriage.
Yeah, because originally I thought we were like sitting on like almost like a bus style thing, so like that's why I was trying to talk to John. Like guys like sitting right behind him, like trying to annoy him.
No, this is like 5 feet of solid wall. This like
Okay.
brown stuff right there, you know what I
Okay.
mean?
Okay.
Like wood closet and all that stuff. Okay, let me see, where am I at? Okay, so maybe 2 or 3 hours past daybreak. It's getting around like 8 o'clock, maybe 9 in the morning almost. You guys steam past the town of Vontil, which is a little bit north of Califis. If I can, let me jump you to the map. We're right about here right now. Well, on the dot there.
I actually don't see the map.
Yeah, that one didn't refresh.
I didn't drag. Hang on, sorry. Fucking thing.
Right.
The light green dot
Yeah, there we go.
there.
Light green dot. Oh yeah.
That's where we made it to.
Yeah, you guys are up past Vontil now. So, as you stream past the idyllic hills of Vontil, this peaceful hamlet sits adrift a sea of lavender wheat, with pale painted houses complement to the beautiful landscape, each adorned with ornate rooftop gardens, as the Ritesso River lazily sneaks beneath the town. As you guys like sort of steam past, a few children and some of the residents take the time to wave at you from the fields and from the roads.
I'm just like blissfully like waving back at
Yeah,
them.
they're
Like
just
I'm so happy.
All the little kids are like, they've never seen an elf before, so they're just like geeked out, absolutely losing their minds.
Valan, did you hit that again?
No, my friend, I don't believe I'll be partaking for a very long time after last night. I thought we were
It just
puffing
seemed a little
on what the
euphoric.
Yeah, well, I thought that you know, what we were puffing on was what we like to call in Elven country begonias.
Mm.
But in fact, we were actually smoking on that crypt keeper.
Greenlung's always got the best.
Are you guys kind of hungover this morning, or?
Yeah, I'm like, you know, like when you got way too high the night before, you feel like shitty the next day because like you're like it's like almost like a depression, and like seeing these kids like made me so happy, and like John has probably not seen me happy that whole morning, you know, but then I just turn into like this like gleeful little kid when I see all of them.
I feel pretty normal. I'm pretty big. Didn't affect me too much. High tolerance and all.
Yeah, go ahead.
But-
Blake and John both go ahead and make a fortitude save. I know Blake did, or Alafair didn't smoke, but for another reason.
What am I rolling?
Fortitude. Oh, Jesus. You're a little bit less good than you thought you were, John. You're all right, but you're just a little sluggish. That's all. So you're kind of coming out of it pretty quick.
Okay.
Let's see. 1 second. How does fatigued work? Yeah. So essentially, Alafair is also pretty much hungover from just being in the sunlight.
Kind of like whatever interaction we're about to do, I'm constantly clutching at my clothes, trying to like.
Just roll, but well, everyone's just kind of like turtled up on the train. No one's really like up and about, really doing stuff.
Mm-hmm.
You can if you want. I mean, obviously, you guys want to do stuff.
Or I'm just, like if I'm sitting on the bench and while the train's riding, just trying.
Are you guys hungry? You want to get some breakfast?
Breakfast was 2 hours ago. You guys
Oh, shit.
Some lunch.
missed the bell. You guys want to get some lunch?
So we're stopped in this town?
No, you rolled past it. I would say this is like we're kind of having this conversation as you guys are pushing up closer towards.
Oh, jeez. How much longer on this? I go to find an attendant, and I ask him,
I agree with the orc. How much time left on this train?
this train seems forever.
You guys can see the purple.
And I just say, well, look at it this way, guys. We're all becoming better friends.
You're not wrong there.
Traveled on foot.
Yeah, it would take months.
We should have taken your owl.
You didn't know him until now.
The owl doesn't carry people. It only kills people.
So can I find
Pretty dark, Greenlung, for your disposition.
He's a
A
savage.
hunter from the woods.
You want to
I think
find you want to find a staff member or something, John? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I want to ask him how much longer till we get to where we're going.
Well, you took this train south to get to Caliphus. You know that it's still, maybe 3.5 days to get to Chastel and another 2 or so to get to your home in Canterwall.
Okay. I go.
Which by now, you guys are kind of like up about here.
Are we just in the train car?
Yeah. You don't have a scheduled stop until we get to Cabapesta.
I fall asleep, take a nap.
That's what I'm thinking.
And I know, wait, no. Actually, before I fall asleep and take a nap, I cast Summon Creature Ally. And I summon a dire rat. And I whisper into his ear.
Keep an eye on Darakb. Come let me know if anything happens.
It squeaks at you and runs off.
And I fall asleep. Well, I bring all my important things to my chest and close up my over cloak or whatever you want to call it, and
Right.
fall asleep like protection,
You can also lock your door too.
protecting my things. There's enough space for the rat to come in and let me know? On
Yeah.
the door? Yeah.
This
Alright,
is like a little vent or something it can slip through.
And I say, I'm taking a nap, boys. I close my door and go to sleep.
Okay. Anybody else want to do anything or?
Night, Green Thumb.
Night.
The only thing I
Off we
interject
go.
is if another service or member or anything walks by the cabin, I like beckon him for blankets. Like I'm just trying to get as covered as I can.
Okay.
Stewardess, yes,
It's
another please.
Please, it's train attendant now.
Whatever.
You can't call us that anymore. Alright.
I just kind of reach out and grab the stack.
You just take the whole thing.
Yeah, and just like.
Roll a perception check for me.
Oh my god, isn't it right? I'm an idiot. Oh!
You,
Dude.
you gleefully just turn and walk away. You shut your door back up and bed down.
Okay. That's not good.
No, it was
It's something I was supposed to see.
not really. It was a clap back, that's all.
Oh, okay.
Alright. Anybody else, or are you guys all good?
I'm good.
Okay.
What is John doing?
Homie's posted, dude.
Yeah, I'm just
we're
I'm
just chilling together.
just chilling. We're in the same. I want to be in the same card as Valan.
I think we all are, right? We're all like in the same at this point. We're like all kind of grouped together.
Yeah, we're in the same cart, but I'm in a separate room.
I mean, you guys can be. You want me to? You can.
Yeah, we're boys now, dude.
Which one?
Let's not go to the one like right by the bathroom.
Oh yeah, you bombed.
Because it'll be
out.
kind of smelly.
Yeah, let's choose one of the ones by the front door, like one of the or the because
Yeah.
this is the back, right? This is where the caboose is, the last
That's
car.
where the caboose is, the cargo thing.
Or I'll just say like we walk back, and I like to remain near a swift exit,
Well,
and I just kind of like
yeah, either or. You guys could get out, like, just so you know, you can go like. Why does it keep going to shape and not freehand? God damn it. You could go like here or here.
yeah, but this is the last cart.
Correct. But you
Well,
could,
like, if we had to run.
If you had to dip, yeah, you could.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
like
yeah.
there's an identical two other carts like yours in front of you. Then the dining one, then
I say we go there,
the back.
like
Or what?
far enough from the.
Ping it again.
This-
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I guess if it really doesn't matter, it's
So that way we can see if anyone's coming in from the front, like from a good enough distance, and like we don't have to smell the bathroom, but we are still relatively close to it.
yeah, sure. Let's do it, guys. Everyone down with that?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Yeah.
All right, cool.
Or I mean, unless Brommus was taking a nap, he could be in the cart next to us.
You're cool.
No, I think yeah. Whatever.
No, I'm in the same cart as you guys, but I'm like,
Oh.
still tuckered up, my eyes
Okay.
closed, like.
You guys broke into his fucking cab and just bunked up with him. While he
Yeah.
was asleep.
Mm,
Yeah.
I. Don't be too loud.
Screaming.
I pull out my
Jeez.
notebook, and I start drawing Green Thumb while he's sleeping.
Like the TikTok guy.
Yeah, like the guys
Subway
on
guy.
like the subway
Yeah.
train.
That's funny.
And then when he wakes up, I'm gonna give it to him.
Okay, so I say another like day and a half passes. And you guys are just rolling into Capapesta. So
Right in the middle of the map there.
yeah. Right on that spot.
Are we all still in the cab?
It's up to you guys. Like this is you're rolling in, this is a stop. Whether you want to get off is up to you guys. I'll
Do we know how long the train stops for?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's off for like 3-4 hours at least at each major
Okay.
place, minimum. Just to be able to give people the time to do business or do what they have to do.
Okay. Would you guys say that we're like all in the same cab, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And okay. So everyone in the party knows about the goods that Petros is carrying, except for Jared knows about the vial. No one else does, but me and Petros are the only ones that know like what it is.
Correct. Although Jared has
An idea that
it's a pretty reasonable idea. There's a very powerful something in there.
right. Okay.
And it's up to you guys
magic on him.
He talked about it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah,
Well, that's why I was asking because I don't want to dispel.
I'll say
anything.
for our purposes, because I screwed up Detect Magic 2 in episode 1. You know it's magic. You know that it's necromantic in origin, and you know that it has something to do with the soul fragment of some kind.
And that's Jared. Jared
Correct.
knows. Okay,
And
but I got you.
you can choose to make some guesses or fill in or whatever, or talk about it as you guys see fit. That's up to you guys.
Well, I was just asking because I didn't want to like devolve any of it to any of the other party
Well,
members, like in character.
I don't think me and you would have really talked about it because I don't really trust you that much right now, and you probably don't really care too much for me. It's your opinion.
Yeah, I was just saying because I got it all from Petros. He told me like before I tried to fucking steal it. But okay, so I was just saying because like if we're in the same cab, like maybe I like opened the discussion like, are we departing this train at our next stop?
Before you guys go on, let me just give you the rundown on Cabapessa real quick. So
yeah, that's what I was gonna ask.
I'll give you the everyone knows depiction, and then you guys can each roll knowledge local and roll from there. So, all right. Craggy mountaintops and treacherous valleys mantle the approach to this grim town in the heart of Alcazar County. The steep hills provide nothing but hard living for those souls either foolish or damned enough to have settled here, in the home of the Pharasman penitents, known more commonly as the Pharasman Inquisition. Little calls to travelers from within this ascetic sanctum, and all but the most desperate or the most pious dare to settle within this barren wasteland. Now roll knowledge local. Alright, Alafair, you definitely know this is the main recruiting grounds and paramilitary training center for the Inquisition, whose job is essentially to root out and viciously murder anything they deem heretical, which in particular includes the undead or the half-dead.
Does that include me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
They're also,
that's what I thought.
You're
Yeah.
also wanted by them.
Right. Okay, that's kind of where I was going with.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, I just gesture like. So. Are we getting off this wretched train momentarily while we have the chance, lads?
Yeah, I need to stretch my legs.
I mean, you guys can like walk around the terminal and all that stuff. I mean, like Cabapessa itself, there's really not a lot to do there. There's like the monastery, that's like the training facility, and then it's like people's huts.
Right.
They're like super ascetic where you can't have possessions and.
I was just gonna say like kind of offer to be like, well, if you want to stretch your legs, what do you say, Petros, that I keep watch on what's back there?
I'll stay as well and keep an eye on the cargo. After all, Darakb's back there.
That's fine. I could use some help should trouble arise.
You're talking about the box in the cargo container?
Yeah.
Okay. He says,
Widegrowl.
"Aye,
You want
Hey,
to?
buddy.
you guys
You want to
you guys
go
go
stretch
first."
your legs with me?
I want to go where?
Stretch your legs with me? Take a little
Yeah.
walk? Little
Let's go stretch.
meander?
Let's go stretch. Let's go stroll. Which way do you want to go? You want to go? You want to go?
I want to see if they have a casino here.
I don't know if you guys talked amongst yourselves, if Alafair filled you in as to what this place is. When I say aesthetic, I don't mean like cool looks. I mean the like Indian monk aesthetic where like good feelings is bad and you hit yourself with whips and shit.
Yeah.
Asceticism, like
Well,
I kind of hear them like notioning the matter of walking around, just like scoff. Elf, you're not familiar with this place, are you?
No, not really. I spent most of my life in Keonan.
Well, let me tell you what, Elf. Beautiful woods, an elusive home you're used to. That light, that warmth that brings you. Imagine that darkness, that devilance, that putrid filth here. And that's the land you're about to bestow on.
Even looking outside, you can see, like, everybody's just sort of downcast and hunched as they walk past. People are...
It's Baltimore.
It is,
Yeah.
basically. Hey, yo!
I kind of just gaze out the window as he's saying that, and I say, maybe it's best we stay on the train, Widegrowl.
You see, like, children walking past monks who are standing on literal soapboxes with big flails and whips, and as they walk by, they just smack them on the back with it while praising and reading catechisms and stuff.
And as I see that, I say, I used to do that with an old girlfriend.
Oh, Jesus.
I kind of like ease, as it was my intention to stand guard, not get off the train, and not make it seem like I didn't want to alarm the other party members, because you're the only one that knows I'm wanted, like that has the sign, like the other.
Yeah.
You basically kind of had that just because you recognized me from the academy, or just knew something was awry.
I can't say. There's,
Okay.
There's other stuff. Out of character,
Alright.
I can't say, but
Okay,
there's reason that he knew. Good reason, not...
I gotcha.
You know.
I gotcha. But yeah, like it was just basically my
and you
intention
know,
to stay on the
too,
train.
like, you guys are good. Like, first off, the box is alarmed, and he clued you in. So, like,
right, when he
if
armed
someone
it.
trips it, anyone in this cab will know. Now.
Well, I guess that's kind of what I was saying. It was like, I'll stay back if,
Yeah.
but also just because I didn't want to get off the fucking train because
Right.
I know what's
Well,
going on.
He's gonna, Petros is gonna sort of talk to you for a little bit about that, and just say I have to go speak to a contact who's up in first class. But before he goes, he kind of hustles you all together, and he sort of speaking to Valan first. He goes, I know that most of us are just strangers, but I want you to know that at least a little bit I've clued in this one, and he sort of gestures towards Alafair, about the contents
The Mesmer.
that we're carrying. Aye, his skills could come in handy, and he's got a bit of a knowledge base that might be useful to the two of us. When I get back, I'm going to need to talk to all of you about the nature of what it is we're carrying and what needs to be done before we arrive in Lepidstadt. But I need to go speak with the Deviant up at the front of the train. So don't get captured, he kind of jokingly says in you guys' direction. And
I gesture towards Petros and I say, did you buy the tickets or did my father?
he just winks at you and leaves. Roll. Go ahead and roll sense motive.
Because I'm pissed that
You're not in first.
that I'm not in first class. Hold on, sense motive.
I mean, we would have never met if you were first class.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true.
But I am flying first.
What did you say? You wanted me to roll? I'm sorry.
Sense motive.
Oof.
Yeah, you're pretty sure it wasn't your dad that sprung for these tickets. Okay.
Fucking Petros.
I'd say he'll be gone for about an hour, maybe more. You guys want to talk about anything or do anything or?
I'm gonna ask Blake if I can speak with him privately. Alafair.
Josh, you could let Darakb out here too to like find food or something.
Yeah.
You know you've got at least a few hours before the train's gonna leave. And no one's gonna shoot him down or anything.
Find food in the city.
No, you're in this. This is like an outpost in the mountains, pretty much.
Okay. Yeah, I let him out and we find some food.
Do you just let him fly around and he eats food?
Yeah. He's a wild animal, but he's trained. Trained for battle too.
So he's not wild.
Damn.
I go watch him. I go watch the bird.
And while the bird's in the air, I give him a couple hand commands, and Darakb does like a crazy aerial trick, and then looks me in the eye and goes,
Okay.
I go, pretty bird, pretty bird. Yeah.
and he flies off looking for food.
Okay. Go.
Jared, when you ask to speak to me privately, do you say it out loud?
Yeah, I kind of, I don't want them to notice, and they're distracted by all this stuff with the bird and everything like that. And I'm like, Mesmer, can we speak in private?
Oh, but real quick. I meant to say this, and I fucking completely spaced too. Yeah,
You're good.
Petros lets you know that you can fill him in a little bit, like, not about your nature and stuff, but about the jar. You, Alafair, you could tell him.
That I already know.
Yeah, you know that there's potentially a deific fragment in this fucking thing, and
Okay. So if I fail one of my spells, does that count as a cast? How many casts do I get a day?
it depends what it is. Mesmer's
Message.
Mesmer's level 0 spells you have unlimited uses of daily.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Like wizards and a couple other classes. Other classes like Hunter and Magus' level 0 spells are fixed. You only have so many a day. So you can use message whenever, however.
So Jared kind of nudges me to the side, and I just sweep my hand and cast message, and we can speak freely here.
Yeah, you can telepathy back and forth.
I go, Mesmer, up to your tricks again, I see.
No tricks, just an easy, clean way to communicate, especially in these parts.
Understandable.
You never know what ears are whispering in the shadows here. Or listening, I should say.
Understood. So the old man confided in you in regards to our cargo.
Confided, yes. By his will or mine, knowing by my tricks, you might not know. But I know what you carry.
Roll sense motive on that, Jared. It's ambiguous as to whether he persuaded him or if he was told through normal means.
Either way, Mesmer, you know how important it is to be discreet in regards to the cargo. I wouldn't want you to open that little tongue of yours and blabber.
My tongue is unfortunately held bound by my current circumstances. You see, since you must know, and I know your secrets, I guess I should tell you mine. There are people waiting for me, looking for me perhaps, outside these walls, where this train is being kept, in the current location we're in. It would be behoove of your situation and needs of mine to make sure that those people do not find me.
Your secret's safe with me, brother.
No
It looks
secrets,
like-
friend. No secrets. Just truths.
One thing I know about Mesmers is not everything's the truth. Maybe a half-truth, but never a full.
No half-truths inside your own mind. I say, and then I just kind of like break the link.
I kind of,
Like go back to
You know-
looking out the window.
yeah, go back to looking out the window and kind of look over at you again and like not sure about the situation and kind of think to myself, you know, this guy's got as much at stake as we do. Because I was skeptical
That's
of
the
you.
kind of vibe
you know?
I was trying to give. Like,
Yeah.
hey, like I don't really.
I'm trusting you because Petros tells me to, kind of thing, you know. But,
Or in that, like I'm in a bad situation.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
yeah, and now it relieves me to know that you're in a bad situation too, and like have just as much stake as us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I also wasn't very clear last episode. You're Petros' ward now, Valan, so he's like absolutely must protect you at all costs, kind of thing. Like, and you
Fuck yeah,
you are well
untouchable,
aware
baby.
that from not it's because you're like you like it's like Delta Force protecting a foreign dignitary kind of thing, right? Like you know that this dude is a serious fucking cat. So if he tells you like this dude's all right, you can kind of like ease up a little bit, like you realize.
He's kind of like my Gerard Butler.
Pretty much, or the transporter or something. Yeah.
Yeah,
All right, dope.
he's like Jason Statham.
Stidham.
In every movie he's in every movie he's done.
Just older. Okay, you guys doing anything else or?
I'm just gonna go back and sit down next to Widegrowl and, you know, kind of
Okay.
shoot the shit with him.
Are you guys
Yeah.
still outside with the bird, you two, or?
As long as Rockwa is flying back.
I go over and
Really?
watch the bird with Widegrowl
Like he's
and
got
strike
a
up a
belly.
conversation with him and just kind of talk about the bird and
Okay, as
Yeah,
you guys are doing that, yeah, I want everybody to make a perception check for me.
Uh-oh. I'm about to get my ass handed to me. I can feel it.
No.
They know I'm on the train. Oh!
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. I gotta cover up, dude.
Okay, everybody but Alafair sees a very interesting character. You notice a very gaunt, almost emaciated, kind like older man, whose skin, where visible, is just a absolute mass of scar tissue, like Deadpool almost, where he's just been like flayed and ripped, and he's wearing these charcoal gray robes with an inlaid black swirl, which you guys immediately recognize from all the signage around the town and stuff. This is the symbol of Pharasma, the swirl. You realize that this is not some nobody. This is obviously a rather important priest or high-ranking administrator within the church, or something along those lines, and he's boarding the train up near first class.
Uh,
that may be who Petros is meeting with.
No, you know. Sorry, to clarify, a deviant is the guy that you picked up the sarcophagus with. Who's the-
Oh, okay.
yeah.
Can I walk up to him and ask him, where did you get those scars?
Well, you see, he just looks at you and just scoffs and walks away, and his little hunched apprentice, or sort of adjutant, kind of walks up and explains, this is a Cabapestan tradition. It's one of the things that they do where it's considered like a great honor to score the flesh like that. It's a sign of piety that the more religious you are, the more devout you are, the more you either flay yourself or place yourself within the fire. And as he goes to explain this, he just looks at you and he says, "It's a pleasure to burn." And then he walks away and follows after his boss.
Damn.
Yeah, it's fucking weird.
They're weirdos, yeah.
Okay.
Wasn't a pleasure the last time I burned.
I just shake my head and walk away. Thought it might have been undead.
Oh no, it's definitely a guy. It's
Attack.
As he's walking away, I'd like to cast Detect Magic.
you definitely
What
get,
was-
you get the aura of divine magic.
On him?
Yes, definitely.
What about his apprentice?
Lesser, but still there. You, it's fairly obvious that this is a cleric of Pharasma.
Divine Magic on that one.
Am I now aware?
If they tell you, that's up to you
Yeah.
guys.
I didn't know if I sensed the magic.
You could check as well, but as far as you know, you just saw some fucking crypt just walk on the fucking,
Yeah.
you know, some.
Yeah. Okay.
I say it to you. I say it to the party. I say Divine Magic on that one.
While we're off the train, I take out my pipe and I hit it again and then put it away.
You get extremely dirty looks from the local, like, guard. Like, they're reaching for swords, almost. But you're still on the train, so they're not going to come after you.
Okay.
I take it out and I hit it.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I also ask Widegrowl to pass it to me.
I pass that shit.
I look at
I take a very small hit. I've learned my lesson.
Can I
But then I blow smoke rings towards the windows so they dissipate in front of the guard. Like they can see the smoke ring hit the window.
I grab. 1 second. I grab Valan and pin him against the and say, "Did I not just tell you that I do not want to be found?"
You guys notice that a posse is starting to form near that guard post. As the train starts like it starts to like leave the station.
Is there like a chance that they can make it onto?
No, absolutely not.
I push Alafair off me. I said, "Don't ever put your hands on me again, Mesmer. For that day will be your last."
Roll intimidate.
Where's intimidate? There it is. Fucking pussy.
15. Okay, you're a little spooked. This fucking kid, he's got some balls, but you absolutely believe him. He'd fuck you up.
I kind of like. I do not need to place my hands on you, elf. And then I kind of like wink to like remind. Yeah, I like tap. But I'm obviously like no one's getting on the train. They're just kind of.
No, everybody who
yeah.
that all the people who were coming from that stop that got on already got on, and the rest
okay.
of you guys are starting to like pull away from the outpost and.
Dude, I for sure thought like that's him. I was like, oh fuck.
Cool. As you guys are coming back into the cabin and the train is moving, Petros kind of comes back through, and he looks at the two of you, and he says, "Under no circumstances is anyone to disturb me for the next 2 or 3 hours. We understood?" And without even waiting for a reply, he just like walks into his little stateroom and slams the door shut.
I walk back to my cabin, and I push Alafair with my shoulder, just walk straight through him, and I say, "Remember, Mesmer, you have more to lose than I do."
More to lose. What does an elf know about loss? And I just kind of like walk away. All emo. Like,
I go sit with my boy Widegrowl.
Drock was locked back up. I'm sitting back in my cabin in the train, straight chilling. Is it nighttime?
Yeah, I'd say you guys get maybe halfway towards Artis, which is the next major stop.
Okay.
During that time, I enter Alafair's cabin, and I say, "Can you talk for a moment?"
We've done a lot of talking today. What else do you possibly have to say to me?
I'd like to apologize for earlier. My character, it was flawed.
Not a matter of character, a matter of youth. Kind of like scoff, like you're just being a fucking idiot in a situation. Like, you know.
Waving your dick in front of the cops kind of thing.
Yeah.
I have more years under my belt than you do, Mesmer.
You guys are both the same age.
Yeah, what am I, 70?
I think you're almost 90.
I'm 100.
But the same thing, I'm like a teenager, you know? But,
Well, no, you're like, by the time you're like in your... You age... You mature as fast as humans do, but you don't age the way that they do.
But what were you saying, Jared? I'm sorry. I missed your line. I gotta think about
I've seen as many years as you had, Mesmer.
as many years, yes. But age does not match experience. Growing up under the Speaker of the Woods is not the same as living amongst the streets of these lands. So I kind of like point out to the obvious destruction outside the train window.
Yes, I agree. But being the Speaker's son, it has its own challenges as well. May I tell you a story?
A story, sure. That should help me go to sleep so I don't have to deal with your buffoonery any longer. And I just kind of like curl up.
No need for that, Mesmer. I think that you'll rather enjoy this one.
Go on.
See, I was born in Keona, but an interesting thing happened to my mother as she traveled between the elf gates.
I already know where this is going.
Oh, God.
You see, after my conception, my mother was traveling from Sovjoran and headed to Keon through the elf gate. Now, I would say that almost every trip through the elf gate goes relatively smooth. But this time, as I was in my mother's womb, she was enveloped in a flash of liquid light, as if passing through something that was unpermeable. So all of her companions that traveled with her, they arrived at the elf gate all at the same time. She arrived at the end of the elf gate in Keonan minutes later. This does not happen.
Do I
Well, no.
do I have any idea what he's talking about, or a real? Are you like trying to divulge like actual character information? Like, am I like perking up? Like, I guess I have to roll for that maybe if it's.
Roll local first, and then Arcana. I'll let you do both. Okay, you have at least heard of an elf gate, and you know that there is one in Califis. It's as far as you're aware, the only one in the country. You know enough, or you've heard enough to know that they're essentially like instant travel between 2 points. You walk through the doorway and you appear like as if you went through a Stargate or something into the next at the destination.
Oh, okay. All right.
It's how the elves like get around for the most part.
Okay, so I kind of like I was like looking out the window, but maybe like my head like go on.
You see, my father and mother, I would hear them arguing at night. They would say things like, "I'm a freak of nature." It's been quite troublesome in my life. You see, I'm not like other elves. When I was born, I obviously don't remember, but they had a ceremony.
Ceremony of what sorts?
And whenever I'm doing this, I'm showing you. My hand lights up with the shocking grasp, and you can see like I have like tremendous power. Like
Yeah.
it's just like crackling in my hands and stuff.
Roll 1d6, Jared.
So,
Okay. As if to demonstrate, when you ignite your hand in electricity, everything in the cabin, everything loses all of its color, and all of you can see only in black and white. Like stemming from the exact moment that he lights his hand on fire. Or not on fire, but makes it electric.
I like obviously abrupt
Like, what the fuck?
see, Mesmer.
What are you? Speak.
Everyone else can react to that too. You just
Everyone too.
the world just turned black and white for no
Yeah,
reason.
I freak out. Come out.
And Josh
What in the world's going on? I smoked too much flyleaf.
I let it dissipate from my hand, so everything turns back to normal.
It lingers. Petros comes running out and just goes, "What did I do? Everyone all right? We're good? Nobody's dead? All right." And he runs back in and locks the door again. Just ignores everything else. Go on.
Oh, Petros did this.
No. Yeah. He's doing something and he thought he did it. You guys haven't seen him like all day. He's been like locked in his fucking cabin, like
Yeah.
or weird
So
weird lights. You've seen like weird lights flash from under the door and stuff, but you haven't like heard from him or.
So now you know that Petros isn't the source of it, basically.
Yeah. Well. Yeah. I think I knew. Like
It's just sort of like he's like, wasn't me.
Well,
No?
Blake,
Okay.
Blake, you definitely know it was me because me and you were in a cabin together. Yeah.
I get up and I go to find you guys. I go to find Valan and Alafair.
I go lay back down.
Just don't give a fuck.
Oh.
Well, it's black when my eyes are closed.
Alafair, Valan.
Widegrowl, we're in here.
What was that?
I don't know. What's going
You
on?
need to ask him. And I just kind of like divulged the information that it was Valan.
I just for time, I explained the same exact story all the way up to the point I'm at right now with Widegrowl.
Do you shock and grasp again?
I do not, but I tell them I don't want to do it again. You know, I know what the effects that it has.
Damn.
I kind of like bring the light again that, keeping me secret, turning the earth black and gray, not good. Kind of like, can you fucking stop? Like, just making every single thing about this train, like, we're on the fucking 9 3/4 platform, you know?
Understandable. I'll control.
I like Inquisition. Like, so the Elf Gate, your mother's.
Your mother's.
What's the explanation?
Make,
they're never.
the three of you, actually all four of you, go ahead and just make a perception check real quick.
Ugh, dude, I cannot get a good roll.
Each of you, that's enough. Oh my god.
Oh,
Even asleep, Brommus is able to hear this too. Each of
What's
you
that?
hears almost like a manic, childlike laughter just outside your like peripheral hearing,
oh god.
and it just stops as he's talking.
That was spooky.
What was that?
I get up. I'm like, I want to go see what's going on. Did you guys hear that?
I almost go to lower my glasses and then remember that only God, I keep forgetting his name. The
Petros?
Petros knows like what I am, fully. So, but I'm curious also, obviously.
As Brommus kind of gets up and is like, what the fuck was that? All of a sudden, everything's color again.
Did I imagine that?
You did not, my friend.
Elf, you again?
Not that time.
If not,
Oh, that was
Wait,
weird.
so the laugh happened, right? I didn't do that, but the color's returning because.
Both out of character. All of that was because of what you did.
Even the laughter.
Yeah, you rolled for that random effect.
Oh, got you.
Yeah,
damn.
As you can see,
and it's like you guys had no color vision for like 10 minutes.
as you can see, my power is not atypical, as they would say.
Why don't all three of you go ahead and not Valan, but the three of you roll Knowledge Arcana too.
That kind of makes sense.
Okay, Alafair and Widegrowl, you both think wild magic. And Alafair, you know a little bit more than that. That sometimes when certain individuals pass certain points, like ley lines, where the barrier between the magical planes and the regular one is weak, that sometimes chaotic effects can happen, and sometimes people can tap into these effects, whether through circumstances of birth or ritual or magical artifacts or things of that nature. Promise you have no idea what the fuck is going on.
John. Being recorded.
No, not the screen. No, just the audio.
I know. God damn it. So we're like aware of kind of what he is, not necessarily to what extent or what level.
You've heard of the effect at least. You're aware that shit like this can happen with particularly powerful magic, like arcane magic users.
Oh, I see. You're able to tap into the purgatory of sorts, the between.
Yes. And what they call a little chaotic.
Yes. I too
You
know
see-
of being in between two states.
The point of this story is that, well, I too have had trials and tribulations.
Being an ultra born to the speaker of the woods, trials and tribulations. Yes, I see. I kind of just, again, scoff off and pretend that I'm not extremely disturbed by what I just saw.
I light up my hand again
Yeah,
to show him my power.
roll 1d6. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Yes.
Not necessarily bad. It's to
Yeah.
choose the
No,
effect.
it's just an effect. Yeah, it's from a table.
Okay. Then.
As you light your hand back up with shocking grasp, all of the lights, all the electric lights, immediately snuff out and turn to ice crystals in their place. And torches on the road near the train station also snuff out and turn to like frozen crystal as you blow past. Just when your car goes past them.
As he walks away, I say, and I do it, I say, you will respect me, Mesmer.
I, again, just look out and am disturbed and just kind of like scurry back to the cabin, like wherever we were all staying.
Alafair, make a perception check as well. Okay, off in the distance, you know that there's a small flurry of snow, sort of off to the east, back towards the Hungry Mountains and the Furrows. We'll say like over this way. You know that there's a slight snowfall. You're not 100% sure, but you're pretty sure that droplets of fire are raining down instead now.
Oh my god. All right. I see. Please, no more attention to this train. Like, recognizing his power, but like, dude, fucking please stop. Like, I really don't need anybody coming in here and asking questions.
I'm just fucking causing a ruckus in here.
Yeah.
I retire to my quarters after this exchange.
Okay, so I say for the remainder of the night, it takes you guys to go from right about here over to Artis, which you'll reach in the morning. Let me read you the Artis blurb real quick. So, as you guys pull up, you can see gargoyles clamber upon the needle-sharp towers and lean onion domes of Artis's aged architecture. Sweeping arches, somber spires, and rib-like buttresses once served to give the city center an air of hallowed circumstance, as if every dark stone edifice were the setting of some great import. Yet, as if no longer supported by the magnitude of the deeds that once transpired within their halls, many formerly great buildings show the weight of somber years, appearing ever more like neglected crypts and sagging tombstones. While neglect shows throughout Artis, some of the city's districts now stand largely abandoned. The thoroughly pillaged communities, primarily the demesnes of rats and squatters. You guys also all know that this was, up until about 40 years ago, this was the capital of Ustalav before it got moved to Caliphus. And all the money left and took off with it.
Okay.
Mesmer, do you know of this place?
I roll local knowledge.
You could, yeah. Any of you guys except Valan could. You guys are all from close enough to hear to know.
Yeah, I'm so glad that you made me put points in this, or however that worked. It did crush. So good.
Smashed.
Oop.
Okay, 1 second. Is there anything in particular you want to know, or?
Just general knowledge about the area, and I mean, I'm really looking for that casino, boy.
I mean, what do I know about it with a 24? Because you asked me, right?
Yeah.
So I just want to make sure there's nothing I don't want to tell him or want to withhold.
No, there's not really public casinos or gambling houses. The only people that are left here are essentially gangs of roving homeless people who are extremely hostile and dangerous, and the private armies that guard the last few nobles that live in this county and in this old city. And they are extremely insular and don't cater to outsiders. And hold on.
For the sake of time, can he just tell me that?
Yeah, he can tell you that. This is something else for him.
No.
Is there a large Skazarni presence here?
No.
Is that something I would know?
But there is a contingent from the old city and the masquerade here.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Who are almost a rival faction to the Caliphas one. They're number 2 on the totem pole.
Okay. So there's a big vampire presence here.
Correct.
Right. The masquerade. Okay. Which is that's the one that I'm right. Wait, hold on. Let me pull up my story real quick.
Yeah, you're beholden to.
Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Okay. Yeah. All right. Cool. All right. So yeah, I'll just kind of tell Jared that it's not somewhere
It's a bad
he
place.
wants to. Yeah, but I don't really want to specifically mention vampires or talk about it or even give the notion that I'm, have any knowledge of that. But I'll just kind of tell him same as the last place, dude. You don't want to get off the fucking train here.
Train again, boys.
So what do I know?
What did you get?
You can ask.
A 15.
A 15. You know that this was once the crown jewel of Ustalev. This was the Dubai / New York City /
So this is
LA.
Detroit.
Yeah, it's
Where-
now
was
well,
one-
no, it's like Johannesburg or something really more like
Yeah.
where it's just these private almost fortress-like palaces or castles and literal armies that guard them and stop the actual people that used to be from Artis from getting in
Mm-hmm.
because it's Mad Max outside the fucking walls.
Okay.
And John, or Widegrowl knows that people go missing in Artis. It's not a question, that's a fact.
Yeah.
Man. Outsiders go missing in Artis. While all of that goes on, they have these eyes wide shut parties that are everyone from Ustalav knows that they have these Epstein parties in these houses while all this crazy shit's going on outside.
Okay. Man, this place turned into a dump. Used to be much nicer, I hear.
You,
Place is very dangerous.
no, you wouldn't have
Right?
seen it. Yeah, it is, but you wouldn't have seen it. You were too young before this happened.
The train stop here.
Well,
Yeah,
I heard.
this is a major stop. Like people are getting off and
We
going on.
don't want to get off here. I think we should stay on the train, guys. Unless you want to.
No,
Widegrowl,
I
I
have no
don't-
need.
over these past few days,
You guys want to?
I'd like to think we've become brothers. I trust you.
Jesus Christ.
Let's stay on the train.
yeah. I kind of like obviously notion that would be a good idea, and I'm like hyper vigilant and like seeing if I recognize anybody or like recognize another of my type that gets on the train.
Okay, yeah, you want to look out for that. Go ahead and make a perception check, all of you guys, for me.
Oh my god.
Okay. So, all of you see a nobleman and his entourage sort of waltz on up towards the first class entrance. He's very built. You could tell the man eats well. And he's got sort of stubble for hair, a comically pointed goatee, very very pointy mustache, and he's wearing like a very fine silk outfit. There's a dark indigo and like a vibrant verdant kind of green. He's definitely older, in his 40s. Go ahead and roll knowledge local, Alafair. Or
There you go.
promise you guys can too. You and Widegrowl, both. Alafair and Widegrowl, you know that this is Vigo or Dwanti, who is, or Dranti, who is cousin to the Crown Prince of Ustalav, and is sort of like the regent governor for their county, Ordranti, to the north.
Okay. Do I get any extra information?
You know from your extracurricular activities that Vigo is a straight shooter. He's not one of the debauched crazies that live in Artis or party here or anything along those lines. He is a former knight, if not crusader, from the country, well, who did time in the country of Lastwall, holding off the Orcish invasions to the west. And he's regarded generally as being pretty fair, even though he's aloof, because he's a noble.
Okay. I kind of turn towards Widegrowl and just... Do you know him?
Yeah, he seems familiar. I know him. Vigo is his name-o.
Widegrowl, you go ahead and roll. Ooh, let me see 1 second. You would have, because of your father.
That's what I was just gonna be like. He doesn't like your type. You know? Almost like he's like a... I don't know.
You think... Just, roll knowledge history. 12. He seems very familiar, but other than knowing he's vaguely some noble, you're not 100% really sure.
Okay. He's
You think maybe you might have seen him near Bleakwall, but you can't be sure.
Bleak Walls of region.
It's like that crumbling fortification near where your ranch is.
Okay.
Like if the Great Wall of China was shitty and in disrepair, and half of it was haunted.
Yeah.
Okay. Everybody but Alafair also sees a very different man get on the train, a few cabins up from you guys. He's tall, very tall, almost as tall as Widegrowl is. Very dark, almost bronze cast to his skin, with long, well-maintained dreads that go down towards the middle of his back. He's got this kind of menacing overcoat over a breastplate that looks like it's made of piping, but it's actually bone. Well, what kind of bone, you're not 100% sure. And who had the highest perception? Valan, he turns and he looks right at you as he steps onto his train car and disappears inside.
Like, in what way?
Like, he was aware that you were staring at him, even though he wasn't looking in your direction.
Ah.
Yikes.
I just kind of brush it off as nothing.
Okay. You guys got anything else you want to do, or?
I don't think so.
Yeah, no. I mean, especially
I'm gonna-
if I didn't notice that.
But all these
I'm
people
gonna
are getting
say-
on the train?
I'm gonna say Mesmer, I think it's best if you stay in your cabin.
What did you see, Alf?
The man with the bone armor. He looked at me as if he knew I was staring. I'm concerned, given your current circumstance.
Concerned? You weren't concerned when you made it rain hellfire. Who did you see? Where? Show me.
The man in the bone armor. He just got on the train.
Because
You
I
didn't
didn't
see him?
I didn't see him, right?
No, you did not. Go ahead and roll Knowledge Arcana, though. Both of you.
God, dude. Come on, Jared. Help me. Oh.
Oof. You get the distinct sense that some magical means was at play for him turning to like creepily stare at you, but you can't really. It's not like anything you've really seen or heard of.
Oh. Hold on. Stared at you? What do you mean? What?
He looked right at me.
Did you recognize him?
I did not.
Which cabin? Show me.
He was getting onto the train on the platform.
Which cabin? I kind of like...
He's 2 up from you guys.
Okay. I kind of pull my bag down from overhead and open it and start rifting through, and I'll disguise.
Okay. Roll it up.
I'm looking away as he's doing this, like kind of like checking out for if I can see him or anything like that. And when I turn around, I'm kind of spooked that he's like disguised now. I'm like, huh. I kind of like I don't know who he is.
You can attempt again if you want.
I mean, do I get it for any particular reason, or?
You failed. You can retry failed ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I will. I was gonna say I didn't just want to bend the rules. I'll figure it out. But
No, so just so you guys know, always ask if you low roll a skill and you're like fuck and you know you're screwed. A lot of them you do get some of them you get retries for, depending on circumstances.
Here we go. Hey.
Okay, that's a lot better.
So what I described is after this.
Yeah. Hey, like you don't even recognize me.
Yeah.
Correct.
Cool.
So I kind of like I'm like taken back by it.
I reveal myself to have somehow shimmied almost to look like one of the train attendants. Like I have, yeah. Not exactly, but to where you could confuse me for one, I suppose, you know? And
I look up at you like I'm perplexed because like you were just standing there, and now I see a train attendant, and I'm like, oh, can I help you?
I kind of like pull Valan and I'm like, again, which cart or which room? Point to it. Show me.
Do I know exactly where he is?
Based off description, you know he's 2 cars up, and you saw him get in towards the rear of it.
2 carts up, towards the rear.
So you know
okay.
He's
what I saw.
If you wanna.
I make my way to the back half of his cab. And when I make it to the cabin, I knock on... Or I guess I'll show you. Or I should like pick a door, right? Is how that should work?
Yeah, all the ones that are fogged out are locked.
So it's either... I have no map right now.
I can't see anything either.
You should only be able to see the back 2 doors of the car.
Oh, yeah. I should have zoomed out. So it's either this door or this door?
Oh, you can. The card is identical to you guys. You just tell me where you want to go, and I'll reveal it.
And I don't know where he is.
Correct.
I'll just kind of knock on the left door.
This open one here?
Yes.
Okay. Roll perception.
I had to pull my sheet back up, sorry.
No, you're good.
Jesus, dude.
Well, it's enough. You roll stealth too before you do anything else. Should have had you do this first. 21.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
You peek your head in both the left and the right doors, and in one you see just a peasant man, very clearly not the one that Valan described to you, on the left side, just kind of looking out the window forlornly. On the right side, you see one of the train attendants who's just passed out in the seat. You want to keep going?
Yeah. Oh, I see what you're saying. These are the only 2. Yeah. Okay, so yeah, I keep going.
Okay.
I'll do the same thing for these 2 sets of doors. Just kind of knock, or peer in and see what I can see.
Go ahead and roll perception again.
Oh God, dude.
Okay. Which one would you like to attempt to peer into first?
This one.
Make a sleight of hand roll.
Dude, this is getting spooky. This is getting spooky.
Jesus. You hear mumbled voices from inside the cabin. Do you want to leave?
No, I'll knock again.
You gonna knock?
Yeah. Require any service, goods, foods,
Hang on.
blankets?
One moment.
Sir, goods, foods, blankets?
Oops. Fucking token, bro.
John, you still there?
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay.
I just needed my phone.
There you go.
Okay.
Uh-oh.
Inside, you see 3 men who make a bluff check.
Okay.
They all turn and kind of look at you. They're sort of squared up, a little bit spooked, and one of them goes, "Fuck off, we're good." Slams the door back in your face.
Okay.
You are a tremendously lucky individual.
Okay. I'll
Make another stealth roll.
oh god.
Okay. You can always not go forward.
I know, but I mean, obviously, I think that's them.
I'm-
So I'll return to Valan. Like, I'll retreat and go to him.
Okay.
Well, did you find what you were looking for?
I think I found his place, but he not travels alone.
That
I
wasn't
told you.
him. Those were like 3 commoners.
Oh.
Definitely.
But I mean, I guess if that's the conclusion I came to, you know what I mean? But they're commoners, whatever. Like, or, well, I guess I'll just say, I didn't find him, but I am worried. I know you sensed what I sensed when you walked. Or when you, well, I guess I didn't see him, when you described him to me.
I did. Almost as if some tingling of dark magic.
And then I'll kind of just inform everyone else of the party to what, like, Jared described to me, and that, like, what just proceeded, that I went and tried to find him.
Do you guys want to tell Petros or?
Is Petro still in his cab, like, locked up?
You can see.
Yeah, I'll be like, we
You
need
could
to tell.
message him, or you could knock or something.
Ooh. I guess. So I'll approach the door. Do I still see hear calamity going on in there? Like, you know, like rattling, and does it still sound like they're at work?
Make a perception check.
I guess, yeah, I kind of go and put my ear up to the door to see what I can hear. Jesus.
You can't tell either way between the noise of the train and the snoring of Brommus.
Promise, Greenlung. I can message him without knowing, like, I can just, like, sense his aura and message him.
Yeah. You know he's in there 100%.
Yeah,
You just don't know
so-
what's going on.
Yeah, so I just message him, not to disturb you, but we might have an issue.
Ugh. What day is it? Where are we?
Well, the one you've sworn to protect has been out here making a light show of things,
Oh,
but he just described a rather worrisome character.
bloody hell. What? We past Artis?
Yes.
Oh,
Right? That was your last stop?
Alright. He sort of ends the spell and plops the door open. You can tell he just woke up. Inside... Where are the rest of you guys at, by the way?
Aren't we? Oh wait, hold on.
I know I left you guys in that cabin. Obviously, he's here. I'm assuming Valan was elsewhere, too.
What time is it?
In-game or now?
In game.
Sort of 11:30 in the morning, maybe?
I'm almost done.
I'm awake. I go check on Darakb.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom.
Valan? Did we lose him?
You're muted.
You muted.
I'm gonna go in and check out what they're talking about.
Okay.
Yeah.
Both of you see a very haggard-looking Petros. Almost like he's aged a few years overnight. His eyes are sort of sunken in. He's not clean-shaven anymore. He's sort of got an excess of stubble, more than he probably should have for a few days. And he's very, almost Parkinson's-like shaky when it comes to certain things. Scattered all over the room are loose spell components, ritual components. There's pieces of charcoal and scrolls with almost manic, crazy notes written all over them. Both of you make a spellcraft check very quickly. Okay. Valan, you recognize enough to know that this is some sort of instruction or sort of like an algorithm for a ritual. Alafair, you're pretty sure this is a very complex version of a Speak with Dead ritual. And he turns to you both and he says, Well, let's deal with this problem first, and he kind of grabs you both by the shoulders like, I think I've got it. And we'll end there for this week.
Okay.
Damn, dude. Fuck. That was
Shit.
good. That was
Sounds
good.